Okay, hello. I am Bob, and this is going to be a video where I play through Boyfriend to Death 2 Fresh Blood, just Lawrence's path, um, to get every ending. Um, and the point of that is to uh, get my sort of thoughts on it. If you've played this game at all, you have played it more recently than me. I played it exclusively before it was released in 2017, so it has been 8 years, and I need to get my bearings on it before I start working on the uh, You Kill Me Every Time, Lawrence remix, remake, whatever we're deciding to call it. So that's what this is going to be, and it's not going to be very good. I'm just going to say that right out the door. It's not going to be a very good video because I'm not a YouTuber. Um, I'm not good at recording things. I'm not good at public speaking. I'm just I'm gonna do my best, and this isn't streamed or live this time because I want to do it by myself. I'm antisocial, I guess. Um, so any last things? I have a website. It's dirtymurdergames.com. That's my personal website. It's web 1.0. There's no algorithm, no content, no comments, no uh, ads. It's just that's where my work is, and you can find any of my stuff there. I also have a Patreon, Bob on Patreon, if you're interested. I generally post every Saturday about what I'm up to. Uh, and if you're under 18, get lost, please. I would appreciate it. Um, I know some of you guys, kind of think you're the exception to the rule, but I assure you, you are not. Please leave. No adult wants kids in their spaces. And if they do, you don't want to be around them more so. Okay. So, is there anything else I have to say? No. I don't remember how this game goes. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to put my thoughts out there. It's probably just going to be a lot of me critiquing my old work because I need to be able to make a reasonable um, remake. Let's see if I can get going. Yep. Oh boy, this video sucks already, but I'm doing it in one take. I'm not doing more than one take, so let's all just settle. I'm gonna settle for mid. I flicked on my computer. Interesting verb for that. Also, I'm not using the music. I'm sorry. Um, the reason for that is that I don't want copyright vultures to monetize this video. I don't want it to be monetized at all. So, sorry. It's just going to be my voice and this horrible little 800 by 600 game. I'm sure you've noticed the black bars on the side. I tried very hard to record in the aspect ratio that this is, but couldn't figure it out. Nobody wants this aspect ratio anymore. Doesn't exist. It's like a VHS aspect ratio. So sorry, black bars it is. There had to be somewhere openly. And I'm going to the Jackalope where Lawrence is. Yes. Heading to the pub. This background is fine, but it's clearly heavily referenced, so I'm going to be redrawing that. Blech. Order some drinks. I don't think it matters. I want a drink. Hell. So the UI is pretty much the same as BTD1, I think. I think the aspect ratio is the same too. If I'm here, I might as well drink. Yeah. Actually, I could use this. I'm just having ginger ale. I'm staying hydrated because speaking into a camera by myself makes me sweaty. That's the type of person I am. There wasn't much else to do. I ordered a few drinks and sat by myself. Sounds like me. That's so me, bae. Sorry. I'm sorry for saying bae in 2025. Surprisingly, I wasn't bored. The dim lights and quiet conversation of other patrons was soothing. I lost track of time and began to doze off a bit. That sounds nice. They should kick me out. Huh? I fell asleep, and I didn't get kicked out for some reason. I looked around quickly. The bar was empty. Or almost empty. Sorry. I'm getting entertained way too early. There was one man left in the corner hunched over a drink, and that's gonna be Lawrence. How long was I asleep? Maybe he knows what time it is. I got up and approached the man. He assuredly does not know what time it is, by the way, just like looking back and knowing everything in this game. Sort of. He doesn't know what time it is. I don't think he ever knows what time it is. I got up and approached the man. Hey, sorry to bug you, but do you know what time it is? And he materializes on screen with no transition whatsoever. Nice. Cool. And we're not at a table, he's just standing there. So, we're gonna work on that in the future. Oh, it's almost closing time. The semisonic song. It's 1:45. It's 1:45 and I'm sleeping and they haven't kicked me out. Okay. He seems like he was preoccupied with something else. Wow, it's really late. Are you all right? Thanks. I lost track. I'll be nice. Thanks, man. Yeah. And he's nervous already. He's a man after my own heart. Um, Lawrence is one of my more personal characters. He's a twitchy, terrified, sweating creature, which is what I am. So my writing for him is a little more from the heart, I think, than other characters of mine, and it'll show. It's gonna. One of my goals with Lawrence, and this was the goal last time, and it will be the goal this time, is I want to be as weird as possible. That was the point of his path, and it is still going to be the point of his path. Is I want to be as weird as possible, because that's fun for me and it sparks joy, and I'm gonna do it, and no one can stop me. That's the general approach here. I also, I was gonna say something else now. I forgot, but I'm sure it'll bother me again. Anyway, he's saying, yeah, I can relate to that. I'll probably go soon. You should. It's 1:45 in the morning. I'm just waiting for my friend, which is Ren. Uh, I only worried about his friend for a moment. Oh, and he shows up. And I gave it a little transition this time, so good for past me. A much shorter guy came out of the bathroom with no ears because I was thinking, I don't know. The reasoning back then was he can hide them with magic, which I now think is stupid. And I think I did think that was stupid while I was doing it, to be honest, but I especially think it's stupid now. So in the next version of his game, uh, I'll be hiding them with a hat, which I think is less stupid. Um, but I don't think Ren is actually going to show up at all in Lawrence's remake. Um, I know, Ren fans, please don't kill me. Let me remind you that he's in every game, basically, that I've made, except for this one. So, like, let me have this. Um, uh, I'm gonna change the intro. The intro needs to be changed a little bit, just because Lawrence's remake game and Ren's remake game are gonna be two different games rather than like branches of a path. Um, and I just think it'll make more sense if I let it sort of focus on Lawrence. They will still be like planning to meet. You just won't meet. You just, as the player, won't see Ren at all. Like it'll be sort of a similar story, but I'll have them separated. It'll make sense. Trust me. Like just trust me on this. A much shorter game. He's enjoying himself. All right, Lawrence, let's let's get the fuck out of here. We're buds now. Um, there's someone else here. Yes. I smiled awkwardly at the redhead. The ginger. That's his defining feature. Gingerness. Um, I thought I caught a flash of panic on it. I guess he's not really ginger. He doesn't have um, freckles. I digress. I thought I caught a flash of panic on his face before he spoke again. That's because he's trying to kidnap Lawrence. He's being a little shit. Well, my name is Ren. It's nice to meet you. And he's got his little teeth out. Good for him. He looked at me expectantly. Oh, my name is Bob. It's nice to meet you too. For the first time. Never met you before. Never drew you. Don't look at my website. We all looked at each other for a moment at 1:45 in the morning. in this establishment that apparently has no keepers. What was up with these two? Is everything okay, Lawrence? Is everything okay, Ren? Let's focus on Lawrence. That's what we're here for. Aw, and I got a heart for it. Good for me. Ah, yeah. Lawrence looked even more nervous. I know, me too. My God. We are like 10 minutes into this, and I'm just. You don't want to know. It's none of your business, actually, frankly. Lawrence looked even more nervous. But Ren flashed a smile. Hey, I know. I can get us around before it closes. That was 1:45, not past closing time. Sorry, I'm not. I shouldn't keep ragging on that. Um. Oh, he trotted off to the bartender. Interesting, for that. Before I could say anything, Lawrence followed him. He does not want to be left with a stranger. I understand. Um. I started after them, confused about the whole situation. Ren must be older than he looks since the bartender is serving him. that I want to, you know what? I'm going to put myself on blast for this line. This was me admitting that I drew him too young looking, and I just didn't know how to fix it. I was just like, look, guys, he's in a bar. Sorry. Sorry. Just like, truly sorry for drawing him that young looking. Sorry about it. We're going to be back on this next time I do one of these, and I have to actually go through Ren's path, and I'm going to have to see that for the whole thing. And I'm not going to enjoy it because it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed about it. So now you know. I sat down at their table and kept watching. They were talking to each other quickly and quietly. They were talking quickly and quietly. Okay. It almost looked like they were arguing, but they both returned and smiled. Lawrence set the drinks down in front of each of us. Yeah, you know what? This is a nice picture. I'm going to give myself a little compliment. I drew this nice. Looks nice. One more drink for the night. Ooh, and it has little buttons. Good for me. I think this is actually the first time I did. No, the hammer drill choice did this. Ooh, refuse any drink. Ren's drink. Okay, I forgot. Okay, let me think for a second. Ren is trying to drug Lawrence, so Lawrence's drink will make me pass out. Ren's drink is fine, and my drink is fine, I think. Do I want to pass out? Yes. Yeah, let's do it. They're horrified. Because Lawrence is horrified because I'm taking his drink. He's like, rude. And Ren's horrified because I'm taking his Rohypnol. Sorry. I reached across the table and took the drink in front of Lawrence. I took a sip. It's mine, and it's a rum and coke, which that's a personal favorite of mine. It still is. I prefer weed now, but still rum and coke girly sometimes. I relaxed a bit as I finished it. I slurped that drugs down. I horked it down. I looked across the table at my new companions. Lawrence didn't touch the other drink because I was acting like a weird idiot. And he's already like adjusted his plan. He's like, you know what? This is fine. You look easier to carry than Lawrence, to be honest. So, Ren's started to look more worried. He's got to figure it out. He's probably doing logistics in his head here, kidnapping logistics. It's really late. I think I should leave. Wait, you're leaving? You're leaving me with this rando that just drank my drink? Sorry. He's not sorry. Ren ran out of the door. Hey, wait. And then Lawrence ran after him. And I'm still here after drinking his drink. This camera angle's pretty high, huh? Like, I'm clearly very much standing in this. Anyway, I stood there baffled, and I shook my head. Those two really are none of my business. The game could end there, but it's not going to because I'm a psychopath and I make these games. And I really should be heading home. I grabbed my coat and strolled out to the pub into the crisp night air. I love crisp night air. And I like this background. I didn't eat per se, but, you know, I put in the hours. I put in the time. It's nice. It's nice-ish. It's a 6 out of 10. It's passable. Lawrence and Ren were nowhere in sight. Well, that was weird. I think I'm gonna do the intro for the new version. I think I'm gonna have it be in the middle of the day. I don't think it needs to be nighttime. I don't think there's any reason for it to be nighttime. I don't know. I'll think about it. Because I was thinking of doing like a cafe thing instead. Well, that was weird. I started walking down the sidewalk and felt something tap my shoulder. I jumped, startled, and turned around. This man does not appear with transitions. He just. And I didn't turn around either, which I also find funny because I'm pretty sure this background is horizontally long and I can turn around, but I didn't. Lawrence is being weird. Ah, you startled me by appearing with no transition. It's funny how I did his stubble as just like gray, huh? That's interesting. That was a weird choice of mine. I don't hate it. I like how unique it looks. But it's weird. He seems to be struggling with what to say. Ren's path split from mine. He's being weird already. He's being weird immediately. I do like this sprite though. I think it's fun. I think it'll be even better with the new art style where I do the hard shadows. Better luck next time. I'm gonna say that. What are you talking about? Ignore him. Yeah. Better luck next time. It's late. Ren left by himself. Get your shit together. And I should go too. Ren was different. Ren listened to my weird online rants. Relax, man. You can always hang out with them later. I'm sure Ren just wanted to go home. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna relax, dude. Chill out. Anyways, I'm going home. Yeah. Oh. Got my ass kicked by that timer. Can I just roll back and watch? That's 1 second. Is that 1, 2? That's 1.5 seconds, maybe. Nice. Nice first timer. Good gameplay there. I think I actually should start saving. Oh, God. So this is the save. Ew. I forgot what this looked like. Ugh. Okay, how do I get back to the game? Return. What? Before I could react, his fist connected with my face. I think there should have been more of a jiggle for that. Oh, but there was only the one. Right. I only was working with the built-in jiggles. This was 8 years ago. I stumbled back, my ears ringing. What the? I'm still talking though. I don't think I should be talking after I got a full ass face punch. He started walking towards me, and I looked up back in panic. He's crazy. Yes, that's. We've arrived at the functional conclusion of the game already. I see you can turn around. The line where it says I turned around, but I did. It's. But okay, I've ranted. You get my point. I started running down the street away from him. I ran as fast as I could. It's a nice turnaround transition too, by the way. I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back for that too. It's nice. It looks nice. I ran as fast as I could. The cold night air began to sting my lungs. That kicks ass is a good line. I didn't think I could hear him following. I really like purple prose, if you haven't noticed yet. I felt a pang of dizziness for a moment. That's a concussion. I looked ahead and saw an alley to the right. Left, right, straight ahead. Oomph reference. I think left gets me. Does left get me a death that counts for Lawrence though? I don't think it. I'm gonna try it. I ran across the street and I died, and I have this dumb picture that I drew of Vincent. Blah blah blah. I don't care. I died. I didn't look both ways. Does it? Oh God, it puts me here. That's weird that it just takes you to the main screen immediately. Where's my deaths? Endings. Lawrence. Nope, that didn't count as Lawrence ending, and I wasted my time. Okay. Okay. Doesn't count as his kill. Got it. Oh, there's a dead bird? Why did I do a dead bird? That's sad. Hey, past me, what the fuck was that about? Okay, I need to get to the saves. Sorry, I truly don't know how to do anything in this game. Endings, characters, return, load game. Yes. Yes. Okay. we get punched in the face, and right and straight ahead, I think both lead to Lawrence because you have to do a lot more stupid stuff for Ren. Let's go right. I want to see the alley. It's nice. Good background, like the alley. I veered into the alleyway and pressed my back against the wall. I like the little weeds and stuff with the. Does H still hide the? Yes, it does. I like these little weeds on the ground. They're nice. I veered into the alleyway and pressed my back against the wall. I felt another wave of dizziness. The drink's starting to kick in. What's wrong with me? My vision blurred. Oh! Wait, hold on. That's fun. Okay, so the version of RenP that I use now and that I program YKMET with, sorry, that's how I pronounce it. You kill me every time I pronounce it YKMET. Let's get that out of the way. That version of RenP has a built-in blur function. So I can just like code blur 30 or whatever and it'll blur the screen. But back in 2017, RenP didn't have that. And I can tell what I did here was I took the picture in a Photoshop, made a blurry version, and then showed it on screen for a second. Like this is a jury-rigged blur. It's nice. It's kind of fun. Um, what? I couldn't move. Oh, my first. This is where I started to get. I think this is where I started to get more experimental with backgrounds and with motion and stuff like that. Because in the original first BTD1, like I hadn't made a. That was my first game. I never made a game at all before, let alone RenP or blah blah blah. And in this one, I can tell I'm starting to get experimental. I'm making the backgrounds bigger than I need to. I'm sliding them across. I'm using, that was a exponential ease. So what that means is that the picture moved a little bit slow at first and then it moved faster at the end. And when you use those exponential eases that sort of start slow and go fast, or they start fast and go slow, you can get a really more natural motion going. And I was just discovering that in this game. Sorry, geeking out about it. It's kind of fun to look back and see what I understood and what I couldn't do back then. I couldn't even keep my eyes open. My first sensation was panic and dread. I froze, not wanting to move or open my eyes until I could recall just what happened. The next thing I noticed was the smell. Stinky boy. Earthy, warm, and something sickly sweet. I tried to identify the familiar smell as I became aware of some sounds. I vaguely remember, I think I was trying to describe the smell of just like rotting forest floor. I could hear shuffling and light scrapes of metal on wood. It's okay, I'll fix it. With little writing. I slowly opened my eyes. That was the same thing. Did I use the blur? Yeah, I did. Okay, so there's one picture of this entire scene blurred that I have on top, and then I faded out. That's cool. That's so fun. I wanted to blur so bad, I just forced it. It's, well, now I can do it with codes, so trust me. And I'm going to be exploring the drug themes more, so I apologize in advance. YKMET Lawrence is going to have a really an unnecessary amount of screen blurring. And I'm sorry about that, but you can't stop me. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. No one else works at this company, so all the decisions are mine, and you just have to deal with it. This is another background that this is my favorite background, which is good, because it's the one you look at for the whole game. I think I ate with this one. I think I cooked. I cooked and I ate. I cooked the background and I ate it myself. Yeah, it's nice. It's supposed to be a crappy apartment, but it's got like way too nice of a window to be a crappy apartment, so I might have to rethink that in design stuff. But his futon bed is awful. The different lamps are pretty industrial and terrible, so I do like those. I have no idea what this pole is about, but I love all the plants. He's still gonna have a ton of plants. That's just his personality. And I'm pretty sure this background is also extra wide. Like, I think I do some moving the background on this one. It'll be easy. What will be easy? Where am I? What will be easy? Ah! He just turns around. Ah, you. Also, I just noticed that I peaked my audio. I'm sorry about the audio quality on this. I'm trying my best. And I'm sorry if I scare anyone with loud noises. I'm doing the best that I can. I am not good at this. Ah, you. Yes, me. The, he's like vaguely not remembering that he dragged me here. Yes, I was unconscious. I gulped and stared at him. Where? Oh yeah, okay. I did. Oh my god, that's a little janky though. Can we watch that again? It's not bad. It's not too much wider, but that was that was my first parallax, I think. 'Cause look, yes, Lawrence, notice how he moves as well, but he doesn't move as much as the background. That's a parallax effect, so it makes it look like he's closer to you than the background. All I'm doing is moving the background more and moving him a little bit less. And when I match it up, it makes for like a scene kind of look. And that, I think that was my first time doing that. And if you've played YKMET Strayed, I do it a lot. I do it a lot in that one, and I still do it. So that's interesting. It's fun. My eyes darted around the room. It's some sort of studio apartment. There were plants everywhere. Okay. You're probably feeling a little drugged. I tried to move. I couldn't. Hey, calm down. See, what I would do, and what I probably will do, is I think it would be good to show MC's like hands in the chair. Like, obviously I'm gonna need a wider point of view because like Strayed's Basement, the new version of it, I drew a very large version of it so that I could move the camera around more. I'm going to be doing the same thing because, again, I like sliding around the background. I like doing parallax effects. It makes it feel a little more immersive. So I'm going to have to put, like, I guess a sprite of, like, POV hands taped to chair. I think that'll kick ass. Um, and of course, I'm going to keep using that same silhouette style. I think that's very fun. It goes with the new art style. Hey, calm down. Just calm down. Chill out. I looked down and saw my arms and legs were tightly taped to a wooden chair. See, I would like to actually show that. Like, I looked down. Blah, blah, blah. I started to breathe faster and looked back to him. I can explain this. No, you can't, Lawrence. Something about this guy seemed unstable. That's fun. So that was my gimmick for this path is giving Lawrence his own sanity meter. And I think that has to stay. Like, it's very, very intertwined with his story. It's very intertwined with the endings and how the game works. I have to have his sanity meter again. Like, I just don't see a way around it. I don't know if I'm going to go with yellow because piss. I might go with a different color. We'll see. Um, maybe green would be nice. I think piss yellow is, I don't know, could go with a different color there. But that's not the only gimmick. I also have another gameplay gimmick planned for the new version of his game, but I'm actually not going to tell you guys about that because I would like to have some secrets this time. I'd like to be a little more secretive, because that's fun for me. I don't have a better reason for that. Unstable. Anyways, let's continue. I should save, actually. This is a good place to save. I'm going to forget to save at some point, and then I'm going to be mad about it. Return. I also might cheat later and use developer commands to just bounce around. This is taking long enough as it is. I've been recording for 29 minutes, and we've just seen his HP bar, so sorry. I'm like that. What do you want with me? Scream for help. Let him explain. I know that screaming for help is gonna... You know what? Let's do it. Let's just drastically reduce his sanity. Scream for help. He looks... That sprite's really funny. I opened my mouth and screamed as loud as he could. Lawrence is shattered inside. Lawrence leapt forward and put a hand and clamped his hand over my mouth. and his sanity took a beating. And he loves me less too. Wow, he hates that. He stared at me hard as I stopped making noise behind his hand. I need you to be quiet. This is another scene where it would be a lot better with like actual POV. I mean, his whole path is going to have a lot more. It's going to need more dynamic poses and POV looks, but that's the way YKMET Strayed was too. That's like a good part of the reason why I'm doing these, because the art needs to be more interesting. I need you to be quiet. He slowly removed his hand. Okay. No. Let's scream again. Now. Oh my god. That okay. We do it. We die quickly. I took in a deep breath to scream again. We die like men. He gets mad. I like this sprite too. I like how pissed off. I don't like my art style, obviously. Like that's goes without saying. But the general vibe of the sprite I do like. This time he was faster, slapping one hand on my face and the other around my neck. No, 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 no. And I like this. You know what? It's fun. I can do it. I can draw a good choking POV. Why is that? Stop, think about it. he pushed his hand harder around my neck. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't make any sound. I can't. I'm pretty sure I'm dying here. You have to be quiet. Quiet. He only squeezed tighter. My vision began to spot as I desperately hoped for him to let go. And I died. But he never did. This is my... Okay, so now I actually got a real... I got my... God, it takes you to the home screen? That sucks. Oh, fuck. Load game. Yes. Can I see my endings now? Do I have a Lawrence ending? Yes, I do. Very nice. Okay. Oh, how many fucking endings are there, by the way? 3 by 7, so there's 21 endings. Yikes. I hope this video isn't a million years long. Because I think Strayed's game had like 15 endings. I don't remember. I already don't remember. Anyways, let's get back in there. Load. That's stable. Okay, so let's not scream. Let him explain. I nodded slowly, willing him to continue. Well, look. Things got a little out of hand. He paused, thinking, yes, let's come up with some lies. I've been talking to Ren for a couple of weeks. You know, on the internet. So I was nervous. He started to fidget. This is a good pose for him. This is good. You know, I'm starting to work with body language a little bit in 2017. 2017 me is starting to understand body language, but I need to go way further with it for him because he's not terribly expressive with his face, especially compared to Strayed. Strayed's extremely expressive with his face. Lawrence is usually looking away. He doesn't express with his mouth very much. His eyebrows are usually, like, especially lately, I've been drawing him, his eyebrows are usually quite low. He's not expressive with his face. So I need to work on body language big time with him. And this is a good start. He started to fidget. And then you showed up. And Ren left. And everything sucks. I listened quietly, but he trailed off. I shifted uncomfortably, feeling more nervous, because eye contact with him is weird. And now you're here. I couldn't just leave you there. Yeah, you could actually. It would have been the best move for both of us. I pulled slowly at the tape around my wrist, beginning to sweat. He looked away. I should never leave. This is a good example of what not to do, actually, this line. I just went back online. He looked away. I don't need to tell you that verbally. His sprite is doing that. He looked away. This is kind of like, because one of my rules that I try to adhere to more recently, I think I was trying to before, but I'm trying more now, is if something's on screen and I am showing it to you, I don't need to tell you. This is like a double up of information that doesn't need to happen. I should never leave. I should never leave. He's like, why do I leave my apartment? I could just get Uber forever, Uber Eats or whatever. It's not worth it. All I found was another problem. You have to let me go. I don't have to be a problem. He has anxiety. I don't have to be a problem. He paused. What? I could be your friend instead. We're just telling him whatever we think, will make us live. That'll be a good opportunity for another branch of something else to happen, but I don't need to worry about that right now. You're I don't think that's a good idea. I had to think of something to convince him. Wow, I get a lot of choices. Just give me a chance. I can see you like plants. That'll probably impress him. I can see you like your plants. He paused and glanced around at the ferns and potted flowers in his apartment. Did I actually draw any ferns? I don't see any ferns. Ferns? No? Could have drawn some ferns. I guess. They say a man who gardens can't be a bad person. That'll probably upset him. The flowers are really pretty. I think I remember him. Actually, I want to click on that because I like to garden too. I think I remember him saying some sort of weird lie. Lawrence scoffed. They're pretty. Yeah, he's mad about it. He looked over at some of his flowers. Did I draw any flowers? Yes, I did. Okay. Flowers are liars. Yeah, I remember that line. I remember it being weird. This was me being weird, and I will continue. I must have been giving him a questioning expression because he looked at me and then explained further. They're a big colorful display made to trick insects into helping them reproduce or feeding them. They're not honest about what they want. Being attractive to get their way. Kind of like you. Why would I lie to you? I'm a person, not a flower. Wait, you find me attractive? Yeah, I think that was one. Yeah, got you. In 4K, we are not in 4K. This is 800 by 600. uh, well, that's not what I. Aw, never mind. We do get a heart for it, though. This actually reminds me, too, by the way. Sorry for going off on another tangent, but in this game, I tried to build the sprites with layers. So I can't remember super well, but what you're looking at right now, I believe, is 3 layers. So there's the base layer that's most of Lawrence, and then there's his face. Um, Actually, there might be a separate layer for blush, and then there's a layer that's his bangs on top of that. And I thought I was being really clever. I thought I was going to save a lot of time by like chopping up the sprites this way and then being able to like mix and match the pieces. But after having done that and coded that way for an entire game, I realized it's just more work of a different kind, to be honest. So I'm actually doing less of that these days. I tried chopping them up a little bit with YKMET Strayed, but I came to the same conclusion. I was like, why am I doing this? It's just more coding work and less, I don't know, actual images saved. Ugh. I feel like they're just different approaches and they both take equal amounts of work that are just different kinds. Anyways, I'm sure most of you don't care about that, but if some of you are, making games like these, you might find it interesting. Never mind. He paused and took a deep breath. Ugh. He began to pace around his apartment. What am I gonna do with you? It's getting early. It's getting early. That's so fun. You're right. I should just rest. I can't think straight right now. I found myself wondering what time it is. Ooh, and we're changing the background slowly. Yes, nice. The sun was rising, but I was too frightened to feel tired. That's nice. I like that slow transition going on in the background while we're doing shit. I was too frightened to feel tired. You're probably tired too. You're probably diurnal, right? That's dumb. This line is dumb. I hate this line. He wouldn't talk like that. He's not. It's like it's like Jimmy Neutron saying, like sodium or whatever. Like it's shut up, Jimmy Neutron. Sorry, tangent, but this is a dumb line. I will not keep that line. I kept you up all night. Yeah, I wish. Stay silent. It's okay. I'm not really sleepy. I'm sweaty and afraid. I need you to sleep. I'll just make you some tea. Have some more drugs to help you sleep. Accept the tea. Let's just have it. Fuck it. No, we'll have the tea. He already had me taped to a chair. What was the point of refusing? Thanks. He started moving somewhere behind me to make the tea. We are not going to show it, but I am going to move the background slightly. I strained to see what he was doing, but I couldn't turn my head enough. sometimes it really isn't worth showing things. Like, you don't need to show every little thing because, like, the time it takes to draw stuff is production time. And if it's not going to have a big impact, it can be better to just, like, keep it off screen. Like, in this case, I actually think it is a good thing that I'm not drawing him making the tea because, like, I'm not sure that would really add much to the game. I can only try to relax as I heard him quietly clinking objects out of you. I kind of like that too, where you can't see what he's doing and it's making you nervous. After waiting in silence, looking at his plants and hearing some kind of humidifier in the room, I began to feel genuinely tired. And here he is, zero transition. I think that was just the style. Like if I was bringing one person in, I was not going to have a transition. Interesting. It should be cool enough now. And I have a green heart. I don't know when that happened. He returned and glanced at my arms, still taped to the chair. Oh, yes, I'm kidnapped. He leaned forward and brought the cup of tea to my lips gently. This should have a drawing. Because it would be cute-ish, for the genre. It was very warm, tasted unfamiliar, but not bad. Tastes like drugs. I tried to drink it fairly quickly, but I began to feel a bit strange about halfway through. What is this? It's proof. It's ibuprofen, frankly. It's proof. It doesn't take much to change everything. What? This wasn't any normal tea. As I was about to pass out, I finally recognized that sickly sweet smell. It was him. He smelled like something rotting. I like that. That's fun. I have no notes. My head was pounding, and it took a moment to register my own dry mouth. I slowly opened my eyes. I had trouble refocusing for a moment. Couldn't get my head to feel right. This is where I would be adding a whole bunch of blurs. And he's back. Oh, and he's disheveled. You're awake? I should save. I'm gonna save. And return. Getting the hang of it. So, if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure I do. Whether or not he is disheveled depends on his sanity at this point in the game. Because I remember it being possible that he's not disheveled like this, but he's got his clothing's all fucked up because his sanity is bad. I don't know if I'm gonna keep his outfit exactly like how it is. I do like the layers. Like obviously, I want like the same vibe of like sloppy, not giving a shit outfit with bad colors. Like that's staying. Sorry. But I don't know. I kind of wonder if maybe it would be better with just like a hoodie that doesn't open. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. I'm running out of time to think about it, but I am gonna think about it. You're awake. Sorry, I have a burp that's not coming out. I jolted upright in the chair. How long was he watching me? Edward Cullen? You're beautiful. Thank you. I felt my cheeks redden, shocked. What? His fingers trailed down my neck as he ignored my question. Ooh, and we're doing the background thing again. Fun, like that. I should do that again because it's fun. I'm taking sips. Sorry. I wasn't looking properly before. Now I'm all fucked up. You were asleep for a long time. He touched the back of my neck. I need to. Nothing good. I watched as he picked up something from the table and moved quickly behind me. Am I gonna get my spine looked at here? What are you doing? I felt something cold and sharp touch the nape of my neck. My voice rose in panic as I repeated myself. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Ah! I love the curve. I whimpered as a sharp pain increased. Of your spine. Yeah, she's doing shit. Oh, that's fun. Yep. Desperately tried to look at him. I cried out as the movement hurt my neck more. He sighed happily as I felt something warm run down my back. It's my blood. Wait, did we lose any health yet? Yeah, we did. Okay. I love the curve. Yeah, okay, there we go. It is going down. I'm getting hurt a little bit. Hurts my neck. Please, Lawrence. Cut that shit out. He placed one hand over my mouth, muffling the rest of my begging. I groaned into his hand and he cut further down from the back of my neck to between my shoulder blades. My sanity's going down too. I almost took in a whole breath of relief before I felt him push a finger into the opening. Gross. His grip tightened and I screamed behind his head as he slid his finger down the open wound of my neck. That, I don't know if that's losing enough health, frankly. He's really getting in there. He's digging around. I was shaking and blood was running down my back. I could feel it soaking my shirt. I want to keep it. He's talking about the spine. He breathed softly right next to my ear and moved his hands to rub his fingers around the back to my collar. Sorry, that's a strange sentence. Little clunky sentence. I imagined it must look like I was wearing a necklace of my own blood now. That's fun. I do like that. We get a transition. He stepped back into my view as I gulped, beginning to feel lightheaded. I can't let you go. Why does that hurt my sanity? He leaned in closer. You understand, right? I do like this. I don't know if I want to have him. I like this expression, but I don't know if I want to have him make it quite so often. I think I definitely want to approach his expressions as more um, monotonous most of the time. The reason for that is that I want it to be more exciting or freaky when he does like an interesting expression or he changes his body language. Like I want to have him kind of slouching most of the time and inexpressive until like his sanity starts dropping or he starts panicking or he starts getting angry or he starts getting weird. I want that to be more of a visual shift on him, because this getting disheveled permanently once his sanity is low enough is sort of helpful, but I feel like it doesn't get the impression across because it doesn't happen during gameplay all the time. It just happens once and then you kind of forget about it. Anyways, what the hell was he talking about? I had blood on my neck. I understand. What? No. Let me use the bathroom. Yes. I asked him desperately. I have to pee. I did want to try and get away. You kept feeding me tea, dude. But it was also true. I guess it's okay. Yes. My eyes widened. That really worked. Ah! Knife. Small knife. I like his little knife. I waited patiently as he pulled out a small knife. I even call it a small knife. I'm gonna cut the tape. Then, you can use the bathroom. And after, just sit back in the chair. Got it? I nodded eagerly. Of course. I feel like his characterization is really weak during this point. Like I'm not getting a good feel of like what his motivations are or what he wants out of this. Like it's really weak and weird. I'm gonna have to think about that. He silently cut through the tape there. Go ahead. He was watching me carefully, still holding that knife. I slipped into the small dark bathroom and closed the door. Oh, I like the flicker. I flicked on the light. I gasped quietly. Even more plants. I like the bathroom. I'll just show that for a second. I have no notes. I enjoy the bathroom. If I'm probably going to redraw the bathroom, and it's probably going to look very similar to this because I like it. I think it's fine. Obviously, the art style needs to change and probably the angle, but I don't mind it. It's a fun bathroom, and it's a weird bathroom. I think that's part of what makes it nice is that it's weird. Even more plants. It's so warm and musty. This guy's got mold in here. I sighed, gathering my thoughts. I should draw mold. I should make it look kind of moldy. Apologies in advance. His new bathroom will probably be grosser. I sighed, gathering my thoughts. Okay. Freshen up, examine the room, lock the door. I think freshen up is just gonna fix my stats, which I don't want to do. I'm here to die. Examine the room, lock the door. Lock the door is gonna piss him off. I know that's for sure. Examine the room. Couldn't find anything close to a weapon. There's no windows either. There's no way out. I checked the medicine cabinet. He's got jars and bowls filled with various powders and liquids. That's another thing I kind of want to change is he gives, by the description of this stuff, he gives off the impression that he's kind of like holistic and like naturopath. I actually think I want to characterize him a little bit less that way and have it more like prescription drugs in there. Because I think I want his personality to come across as more mysterious in other ways and less mysterious in certain ways. Like he doesn't need to be this like holistic witch like figure. I think he's going to be weird enough with his own stuff. I'd rather him have lean a little more into like the just like gross single guy who has shady shit going on in his apartment. I think that would make more sense. Anyways, I rolled my shoulders and hissed in pain. Maybe there's something in here that can help. Everything looks homemade. Yeah, that's my problem. I actually don't think I want to do that this time. Barely anything was labeled, and the few things that had labels were cryptically scrawled. I eventually picked out two that looked promising. One was a clear liquid in a bottle labeled numb, and the other was a thick, syrupy amber liquid in a jar labeled for pain. I think I can get that across simply by having him put the wrong pills into old bottles, because people actually do that. I knew a girl that got crazy sick because she put T4s in a regular Tylenol bottle. Ugh. I like that better. I think that's more plausible. And also, I think I have like a better grasp of how should I put this? Contrast in the story. Because I think if I put more things in the story that are very normal, it will help the parts that I really don't want to feel normal feel more scary and more abnormal. If if I keep showing the player more like average normal stuff, like a medicine cabinet with pills and stuff like that, like I want there to be more contrast between the weird and the non-weird. Like you can't just push the gas on horror and weird stuff all the time and expect it to have a big impact. You need to like lay off and then slam it and lay off and slam it. Like that's my understanding of it. Anyways, okay, so we've got numb and pain. I think I actually don't. I know one of them hurts you and one of them heals you, but I genuinely do not remember which one is which. I think for pain hurts you because I remember there being like an irony of this like being like for pain as in it creates pain. Let's do it. Let's go for pain. I squinted at the jar. Well, I have to do something. It really hurts. I shakily pried open the jar. It says for pain. Pretty self-explanatory. It smelled sweet. Is this just honey? Not seeing a spoon or anything, I tilted the jar to my lips. Sure, it's. Ugh! I coughed and gripped the sink. It tastes awful. I feel like he should be outside making noise at this point. Like, why are you making, like, this is clearly noises. Anyways, I grimaced and concentrated on swallowing the thick and sticky substance. Looks at the camera. I put the jar down and waited for something to happen. After a few moments, my injuries started to heal. Started to feel, not heal. I leaned forward. It hurts! Damn it, it's the pain! I shuddered and suppressed a whimper. It hurts more! Oops! Oops, ran out of sanity. I slumped against the door as the deep, dull pain spread with the rest of my body. Fuck! Freshen up. I'm gonna just leave, because I think I'm boned already. Leave. I guess I better go back out there. I want to make him angry, and there doesn't seem to be a better choice. Speaking very clearly and sensically for somebody who's completely out of sanity. Not a good transition. I chewed my lip as I held the doorknob. I shall go out and die now. There's no better choice. Creaked the door open and came out meekly. Meekly, that sucks. He was standing between me and the door out of the apartment. I looked at the chair, my prison. I sat down. Interesting transition there. I just wanted you to think about the knife for a second, I guess. Thanks for doing what I said. You terror and frustration. See, that must be where I'm guessing this is where I put the sanity check. So now the code has just realized that my sanity is at 0. My terror and frustration boiled up, even though I calmly left the bathroom. Now we're gonna check the sanity. What kind of person does these things? What kind of monster?
What kind of monster puts weird shit in a bottle?
Like, I don't know. Brother, you drank it. What are you? I almost shouted the question desperately. Oh, he's actually really hurt by that. Oh, what are you? I looked up at him and was surprised to see a hurt expression. Yes, I did. So, again, I don't know if I actually needed to type that because I realized it as a player before I read it. What am I? It's always what? Oh, he's actually like very upset. He spoke bitterly. Well, what do you think I am? I jumped at him suddenly. I jumped at him, suddenly raising his voice. Hmm. He lunged for. I think I meant. What did I mean by this? I jumped at him, suddenly raising his voice. What's the line before that? It's he's talking. Okay. Inexplicable. It's a mystery. He lunged forward and grabbed my arms. What? A vampire, a witch? Some sort of necromancer? Yes. I've heard it all before. I just looked at him, mouth closed. I don't like the writing of this ending at all. uh, I didn't. I didn't want to aggravate him anymore. He slumped down and released my arms. Maybe I am a monster. Sorry. It's too on the nose. Like it's very 2016 writing. I know it was 2017, and it makes sense that it sounds like it was 2017, but it's showing its age. It sounds like a 2017 fanfic. He gripped my chin harshly. Of course you are. I tried to sputter out more apologies as he ran his other hand along my face and down my neck. It's a lot of hand movement. They're always sorry. I gasped, but he suddenly pushed me backwards. Oh, that's not. I don't hate that one. I like the curve of the background. It's fun. Um, the chair tipped back as I hit the floor with a thud that knocked the wind out of me. That would have been a lot more fun if I had a, you know, bigger room and I could actually tilt the. But anyways, the curve looks nice. I like the wonk of it. After oops. Yeah. After I make them, sorry. Please, please don't don't step on me. No. We all know what we're here for. He slammed a heel down on my chest with full force. I felt something in my chest break. I don't mind the like what happens in this ending. I think like what physically happens is fine. Obviously, I'm pro getting stepped on. You know this about me. We know this about each other. But the writing sucks. Like I think we all have to agree that the writing is it's showing its age. I couldn't breathe. I convulsed on the floor, still bound to the chair, tears streaming down my face. He watched me for a moment without a shred of pity. I gathered up a tiny bit of air in my lungs, despite how agonizing the effort was, and I used it. You are a monster. Yeah, might as well just get one last jab in. This time the blow came down on my neck. I love a good ending where somebody steps on your neck to death. I think that happens in literally every single game that I've made, and I'm not gonna stop. You lost it. So we have two endings now, and I've been recording for 1 hour, so I hope I can pick up the pace a little. Load game. Okay, so what? Oh, God, they're not labeled at all, are they? Can I see the endings? Endings. No, they're not. Shit. Well, let's wander. Let's just wander around. Return. He's watching me. I'm in the chair. Okay, so we're back at the point where we just got taken home. He was watching us sleep, and now he's right spine thing. So this happens like basically no matter what, huh? The little the necky pokey pokey. Yeah, and that really hurts my sanity too, huh? I can't let you go. Holy crap! You really that screws up your sanity real bad. Um, let's just like agree with him this time. I'm fine with it. Oh, he loves it. His sanity's great. I didn't want to upset him. That's relief. He sighed softly, still hovering around over me slightly. I was thinking you and I could do a project. Um yeah, this is he wants to do forest art with my body parts, with my dead body. This is perfect. I reached out to. He reached out to touch my hair, but he moved so gently that I didn't flinch away. I looked at him questioningly. He's bent a large metal bucket. I think I'm dying immediately, actually. What do you mean? He placed the bucket in front of my legs with a soft clank. I looked down at the empty bucket, dread tightening in my gut. Well, I said I wanted endings faster. We're getting an ending pretty fast here, I think. I know this isn't fair. Life isn't fair. It almost seems like he was stalling, even though I was the one shaped to the tear. Chaped? Chaped to the tear. Sorry. Even though I was the one taped to a chair. I'm reading. I can tell by your face. You're gentle. Yeah, thank you. And the world's like a loaded gun. Ooh, I don't mind that line. It's kind of fun. Normally I don't care, but you're different. I wish I could tell you that it's going to be okay. My attention was caught by the glint of a knife. And there he goes again. But it isn't. I wanted to cry out in fear, but that same dread choked me up as he moved the knife. I really like him having a small knife, and I think I'm going to keep him having a small knife. I just think it goes with his personality that the theme of him is like doing as little as possible to kill someone or make them insane. Like there's a theme there. Anyways, because like the Strayed waves huge scary things in your face all the time. He's like, look at this tool, you know. And I feel like Lawrence is like the opposite. And I'm I want to try to achieve a different type of fear with that isn't so classic. Anyways, there, the pain I was expecting never came. I looked down. He tore off the cut tape from around my arms. I looked back up at him. Are you letting me go? No. I need to get your blood out. What? It won't hurt. Yes, it will. I've got some medicine. Drugs, I guess. That's a dumb line. He knows they're drugs. Like, I don't know. We'll see about it. Just some tea, and he won't feel a thing. Okay, let's agree to it. Sure, why not? There's no point in suffering needlessly, I guess. He grabbed a water bottle from nearest plants. It's not hot or anything. Here. He held the bottle out to me. It looked like any plain water bottle a jogger would have. Happy to finally have the use of my hands back, I took it and held it to my mouth. It tasted bitter and strange. It's good to the drugs. Not so much. What are you fucking worried about? I'm dying. He took the bottle from me firmly. Just a little should be enough. Like, damn. Don't hog all the juice. I considered answering him, but I was distracted by my fingers beginning to tingle. That's something. Sorry for going off on. No, actually, I'm not sorry. That's the point of this. Um, Another tangent I would like to go on. Please come with me on it. Is I would like to have him taking drugs more in the remake. I don't know if he even takes any drugs at all. Um, in this game, unless it's the spiked Ren drink. But I don't think he actually takes any drugs on screen, and I think that needs to change. I think he needs to be taking. I would like this to be like a two-way street. I think he should be drugged up sometimes, for better or for worse. Wink, wink. Maybe he wants to take a little bit of drugs to take the edge off of how weird the situation is, and maybe you tampered with them a little, and maybe things get a little. I'm just saying, there's potential for interesting shit to happen. I considered answering him, but I was distracted by my fingers beginning to tingle. Tingly fingers. Actually, I would like a sip of ginger ale. Drugless ginger ale. Ah! Oh, my head fell down to my chest. It felt like my stomach was trying to turn inside out. My head, my head. What's wrong? Oh, oh, I'm getting the too many drugs ending. Wait, so I'm not getting the bucket ending, I'm getting the too many drugs ending. So, before I keep clicking, I know this is everyone's favorite ending. It's my favorite ending. I'm I'm just gonna tell everybody right off the bat, I'm going to try and make it good again. Like this is the too many drugs ending is Lawrence's hammer drill choice. It's important. It's iconic. Like not to pat myself on the back too hard, but it is the iconic point in this game specifically. Um, and my background kicks ass. Like, again, I'm gonna openly reward myself here. That background kicks ass. It looks cool. It rips, frankly. Um, and I did this cool. So what I did was I just did a couple different versions of the background with like bigger parts and smaller parts here and there. And there's like maybe, is it? Yeah, there's three different. So there's three different versions of this background, and I'm just um, fading between them, and that makes it all kind of look like it's pulsing and stuff like that. And honestly, it's a good strategy. I might do exactly the same thing again, just in technical terms. I'm obviously going to draw a new picture, uh, but I like it, and I'm one thing like a goal that I have for the new Lawrence game is that I want to really push what I can do visually, because his path has the most excuses for it with all the drugs and the weird shit going on. Um, it gives me a lot of excuses to do interesting visual stuff, and I've learned a lot more stuff. And Renpy's gotten stronger. Like now I can blur the screen with code. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be a big part of like my brainstorming and stuff. Is gonna be just like, how can I make this visually weird? And I'd like to put more, because yes, the too many drugs ending does push it like as far as I could in 2017. But I think there needs to be little strange visual things happening throughout the game more, especially when your sanity is low. I think the player should see subtle things in the background or maybe even the UI, just to signify like that sanity's going. I think a good comparison would be in T-Poff actually. Um, Mason's Path, the folk horror vibes of Mason's Path. That's that's probably like that's the zone that I want to go to. I want to explore more of that same stuff. That vibe, folk horror, really big into it. His whole vibe is like that. Anyways, I'll quit yakking. Uh, I oh god, and then I did this funny little creature. Stop! Stop it! Stop being a shadow monster. You seem uncomfortable. I can't. I can't. Stop, stop, stop. That's fun. You gotta admit that's fun. I'm playing with the UI a little. This may be, I think this is the first. Sorry, it's weird seeing Ghetto Bob. Um, this was me playing more with the UI than I ever had been before. As I wanted to stretch it a little bit and do a little. I'm pretty sure this is before. When did Doki Doki Literature Club come out? Doki Doki Literature Club. When did it come out? 2017. So the same year. September 2017. I think this came out before it, but just barely. Same year, same uh Renpy. Although it says it's on Google that it also used Unity. That's interesting. Anyways, as I was messing around with like what the UI could do, a little bit, and I'm gonna try and do that more in the new version. Ghetto Bub. You look like you've seen something awful. I like that line, and I think it probably should appear in the new one. It's perfectly good. The font is fun. I don't know if I'll choose that exact font again, obviously, but it's fun. No, 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 no. I think if I remember properly, I think this is actually a really painful line of code because I had to adjust the shade of each no as I was going with code. Oh, and I like the picture too. It could be better. It's nice. It's fun. I can see why people like it. It could be better. It could definitely be better. I can go further than that. You swallowed too many drugs. Does this, yeah, okay. Can I get the bucket ending, please? And not, okay, so what do I need to not take so many drugs. What was I doing before? He's gonna do the spine thing again. He's messing with my spine. He's into it. Yes. Let him take out the bucket. We're gonna do a project together. I'm gonna go get my bucket. I'm gonna drain your blood out. It's gonna be really awesome. We're gonna go to Michael's together. Um, the pain I was expecting never came. I need to get your blood out. Yada. Okay, so now we're gonna say no way. No more drugs. We've taken too many drugs. No, I'm not drinking anything you give me. I pushed away from him as hard as I could in the chair. Well, fine. More for me. I guess it doesn't matter if it hurts. He held the knife and cut my tape with. He he held the knife he cut my tape with. That's clunky. Turning it over a bit. I was watching the blade when he gripped my wrist tightly. He licked his lips absentmindedly as he gently moved his thumb over his wrist. Wouldn't it be cool if we had a picture of that? That'd be a fun thing to see, huh? Anyways, he was feeling me and concentrating. Then suddenly he stopped and lowered the knife to my skin. We let him cut because I want this ending. Just go for it, dude. Get in there. I froze. He pressed the knife through my skin. I jerked and gasped because it hurts when knifey, stabby, stabby. Um, his grip tightened painfully around my wrist. Shh. You chose to feel this. Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, it's true. The rest of my body shook, but he held my arm perfectly still and kept raking the knife through my flesh. It hurt like fire, and I squirmed uselessly, but I couldn't stop watching. He was breathing slowly and evenly as he carefully pulled the blade along my largest vein. Damn, that's actually kind of fucked up. He paid no attention to my whimpers or the tears streaming down my face. I saw my blood well up over my shaking wrist and flow into the bucket below. Kind of like that gif that I drew that Tumblr deleted. That's a deep cut, if anyone can remember that. We both watched the dark liquid seep out of me. He seemed to be relaxed by it. I felt somewhat detached. It was surreal. Was this really happening? The flow began to slow as I breathed more rapidly. Why would the blood slow? I have lots of blood. He felt my cold hand, then moved to take my other arm. He positioned the knife over my undamaged wrist. No, we're already good. We're working together now. I closed my eyes and breathed. Are you ready? I nodded slowly, soothed by his gentle voice. Yeah. He dipped the still wet blade into my other wrist, finding my vein easily. Somehow the sensation and the vision of my life's blood pouring out of me didn't bother me anymore. I looked up lazily and saw him overly mumbling barely audible encouragements. It's easy, easy. This is a weird ending. I was a weird person in 2017. Good thing I've gotten a lot less weird. It's not true. I have simply become able to express it more. The dripping. I breathed faster and faster, cold, blurring. It's not blurring, because there was no code to do that back then. Is he talking to me? So lovely. The canvas is perfect. I let out a soft sound as my head slumped. I could still hear the dripping, but it got quieter as he bent to whisper right next to my ear. I've seen the river. It's beautiful. Ah, you're dying. Oh, I get to see the river now. Okay. Yay, river. Where am I? I spun around, but it all looked the same. And we didn't spin because I drew one 800 by 600 angle of it. I have big fucking plans for the river. Get excited. No, sorry. Peaked my audio again. What I'm going to do, how much do I want to reveal in this? I want the river to appear a lot more often. The river is going to be a big part of the gameplay in the new version. You're going to be going there way more often. I guess that I want to draw it better is the main bullet point. I'm going to draw it a lot. I have lots of ideas for how I'm going to do it. It's going to be frankly kind of ridiculous. Can I say this verbally? So I apologize in advance. This is going to be incomprehensible. what I want to do for the river, because I want to be able to get the sensation of looking around left to right, and I want the sensation of looking up to down. However, um, in the past, I've done this with one single large image that is essentially 3 by 3 um, of the camera view. So it's like 9 squares of how big the camera is. Does that make sense? That's what the straight um, basement background is. It's 9 times bigger than a background, and then I can move it around in the background, and then it looks like you're looking around. I want to do something way more annoying with the river because I want it to be feel more flowy and I want it to feel more expansive. So what I'm going to do, and I hope I pull this off. This is I haven't done it yet, obviously. Is that I need a long horizontal strip in the middle for the horizon, and then above that, I need um, circles or half circles. I think maybe full circles, a very large circle above and below the horizontal strip, and then smaller circles within those circles. And the smallest circles will be looking straight. It will be a view of looking straight up or a view of looking straight down. And the the large circles, will be either the sky or the water. And the reason I do it that way is so that I could rotate the circles at different rates and move the strip in the middle to hopefully get a really strange sort of parallax effect with the background that makes it feel more 3D space. Does any of that make sense, or am I just have I been fully insane? Um, anyways, I'm gonna try. If it works, it's gonna be cool, and people are gonna go, "Wow!" And if it doesn't, then I'm gonna scream at the computer, and you won't know. So let's just hope for the best. Hello? Nothing. Total silence. I realized I didn't feel any pain anymore. Just the gentle pull of shallow water around my calves. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Hi. I'm sorry, I gotta take a willow break. She wants attention. Hi, sweetie. Who's a big girl? Who's a good girl? There you go. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be doing this for a little while. That's a good girl. Yeah. Yes. Pretty girl. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Back to work. Uh, I remember him saying something about a river. I looked down at the gray water, but there wasn't any shore or edge. It seemed to go on forever. Wander or lie down? I'm going to wander repeatedly because I know I want to see Ash. Wander. I picked a direction and walked. The scenery never changed. There was no silhouette of any horizon, just the pull of the river. Wander. And I'm going to repeat myself. I think I have to do this, I don't know, 5 or 10 times. I have to be obstinate about it. This isn't what I'm going to do in the next one. I have different plans for how to use the river and how to use Ash. Ash is going to get more screen time. So if you like Ash, Ash will get more screen time. But they will look different. The scenery never changed. There was no silhouette on any horizon, just the pull of the river. Wander. And we're wandering. And oh, here we go. Please don't make this difficult. Oh, that's a fun. Oh, yeah. You know what? That was a nice transition. That was a very nice transition for 2017. I I put my whole pussy into that. Um, hi, sweetie. Do you want to sit on my lap? Yeah. Okay, you can sit on my lap. Hello. Sorry, Willow demands attention. I already have enough work to do. That's a lie. Ash never does anything. Uh, wait, wander, wander. There's nothing here. No way out. Just lie down. I would also like to. God, the black nails, even. The Hot Topic clothing is going to tragically be gone in the new design. I'm going more slightly monster vibe with it. So I apologize for anyone who really likes the Hot Topic outfit, but it just doesn't really suit the times anymore. And I also want I want him to feel more weird. Wonder. He's getting mad. You're already expired. Rude. You're not allowed to stick here. Souls can rot too. That's how monsters are born. Do you want that? That's what happened to Lawrence. Do you want that? Yes. Ugh. Why do I get the stubborn ones? That doesn't make sense. I felt a string around my neck. It tightened instantly and possibly threw me. I wavered on my feet before falling backwards into the water. I floated. Oh, I did do a background slide. So this is a vertically tall picture. I floated easily. My body was carried with the current in a direction I could feel but not see. Why was I here again? I don't remember where I was before this. It doesn't matter. This feels nice. It is beautiful. Ooh. Yeah, I don't mind that. I think that's it does have to go, but only because it's being replaced by more content. So don't worry. What do I have for endings now? Lawrence made you quiet. It was beautiful. It took too many drugs. You lost it. Okay, well, we're getting there. I hate this dead bird. Why did I do that? um, load game. Yes. Okay, so did I get the bucket? Yeah. Wait, I don't remember seeing a bucket though. Did I? I don't remember see. Can I see the CG gallery? Where's the CG gallery, Lawrence? I didn't see the. Oh, there's a next page. I didn't see the bucket. Did I not get the bucket ending? I am confusion. Oh, now it's not dead bird. Oh, so this changes with whatever thing I'm on. Okay, endings is dead bird. CG gallery is this cute little art thing. Characters is a. Okay. Music. Okay, you know what? I don't hate the dead bird anymore. I see with the point of the dead bird. That's MC. I get it. Credits. This isn't bad. Yeah. Turn. Okay. Tilted up. How was not? Okay, so we are back to. We woke up. He's disheveled. Um, he's doing the spine thing. Let's get our spine jorked. He's getting my spine yanked and jorked. Um, because I thought, why did I get the river? Why did I get the river ending and not the the bucket thing? Does the bucket thing happen sooner? Let's screw around in the bathroom. I asked him desperately. Let's fuck around in the bathroom. I'm sure I can get some new deaths in the bathroom. Just let me go to the bathroom. Okay, we are in the bathroom. Okay, so I took the. If I take the numb, if I take the numb thing, I'm just gonna get the too many drugs ending again. We don't want that. Let's lock the door and piss him off. Do we get anything for that? I'll just lock him out. I tried to turn the lock carefully, but it made still made a loud click. My heart was pounding. Get him up. I kept holding the doorknob, beginning to sweat. I don't know what is my plan here. There's no windows. I heard his footsteps. I gasped as the door shook in my grip. Come out! Come out, Catabob. His sanity's going down. I can't give in. I want to wait him. I can wait him out. I turned around and pressed my back to the door. Oh, and it's just dripping down. See, I like this. I like there and then that's an interesting little bit of gameplay that I actually haven't done for maybe ever since just this game. Is that a stat's being affected in real time while you can choose to get out of it at any time. It's an interesting bit of gameplay, and I should try to work it into the new game. Um, maybe doing the exact same thing, or maybe some other way. It's a it's stressful, and I like that. It's a horror game. It's supposed to be stressful. I can't do this. I'm coming out. So let's go out before we totally drain his sanity. Uh, I heard him step away from the door. Have we gotten an ending yet where he goes insane? I think I only got an ending where I went insane. He didn't say anything. I squeezed my eyes shut and unlocked the door. I stepped out slowly, looking around. Where? Ah! That actually is a little bit of a junk scare. I like that. He twisted my arm behind me and pinned me to the wall. Sure, it'd be cool if this was POV, but it's not. Alright, it's quiet. He pressed his body against mine harshly, hot, wrenching my arm painfully. I wheezed softly, unable to take a breath or speak. My struggle was only punctuated by his ragged breathing. It was right next to my ear, in my neck. I kept still, hoping he'd calm down. He began to pull away. I took in a deep breath, only to have it knocked out of me by a sharp blow to the... Did he punch me in the ribs? Did he punch me in the side? I crumpled to the floor, clutching my side. My mind screaming at me to apologize. I croaked out a sob. Damn! I opened my eyes just long enough to see him readying a kick. I'm just getting the shit beat out of me. He slammed at me and smashed into the wall. I like how I just decided to make the screen black too, because I was like, I don't know how to draw this. Just make the screen black. Why not? I couldn't make a sound. I couldn't move. All I had was pain and struggle to breathe. All I had was pain and a struggle to breathe. Clunky sentence. I felt the warmth of tears streaming down my face. Oh yeah, this game, this path needed 2 stepping on CGs. I have 2 pictures where you get stepped on. I looked up at him. You're fine now. That he wouldn't say that. He pressed his foot to my neck, slowly pushing me down the floor. Do you understand? He's like I don't know. I don't know if the possessive angle works. He can. I think he could. He has the capacity to be possessive, but not in that particular way. I couldn't get the words out. I couldn't breathe. I tried nodding desperately. He sighed with relief. Oh, I live! I live? He stepped back and grabbed my arms to help me stand. Why was he being so gentle now, after completely beating the shit out of me and stepping on me? He led me back to the chair. I didn't fight him. I sat and he bent to bind my legs to the chair. Also, for anybody wondering why that last picture had him in socks, it's because I'm Canadian and people do take off their shoes up here in the Canada. There. I sat there in shock, breathing hard. Except for Strayed. Strayed's just filthy. He just wears his shoes inside because he's filthy. I barely noticed him moving until he placed a large metal bucket! Bucket! What's that? I need to get your blood out. What? It won't hurt. I've got some medicine. Drugs. Okay, wait, we're at the same thing. Am I just gonna get the same? We can't take any drugs. I'll get the no more drugs. Oh, wait. Okay, no, we're getting a different one because he went insane. It doesn't matter if it hurts. And then we switch to his lack of sanity ending. Heh. That's a fun sprite. I think this was my first bit of sprite animation too. That's barely animated, but it counts. Lawrence. Something about him seemed different. He's smiling. It's one of his 2 smile sprites. Something about the whole room seemed different. He stopped and looked right at me. I must have been recoiling. Right. You're scared now, aren't you? I felt a chill. He was looking at me in a way that made me feel tied up like an animal. He came close to me, over me. You don't want to die, do you? I shivered. Actually, I'm looking for endings. I shivered as he touched my face and shook my head quickly. But everything dies. I know you haven't seen the river. What are you talking about? I was just there. It's alright. I've seen it and I'm still scared. This sprite, by the way, is kind of upsetting. I'm gonna have to work to get that same effect without having such a wonky art style. Scared just like you all the time. Say, oh, I'm allowed to say I've seen the river. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's save. Let's shoot a save in here because I want to do both. Um, back to return. Okay, all the time. Let's say nothing for now because I haven't even gotten his regular sanity ending. Say nothing. I squirmed uselessly. You have every right to be terrified. There are monsters in the dark. I really need to work on the writing for this. Hey, I remembered this being better, which is good because frankly, I was like, how am I gonna improve this game? I think it's fine. Now I'm playing it. It's not fine. It needs work. Good. Every day I dream about dying. That's a good line. This actually is. This is peak Lawrence. This is fine. No notes for this line. So every night I stay awake. I see more in the dark. And there's so much to be afraid of. He touched my skin. He touched my neck, caressing me softly. I want to do a better job of hammering in how anxious and stressed and scared he always is. Because I think that really is his MO and it sets him apart from Straight and Ren. Straight especially, like Straight's very does not experience a lot of fear. He's very assured of himself. Whereas Lawrence is like kind of this extremely stiff person who's always fighting against himself and lying to himself. So there's a lot of internal conflict with that, and I didn't write it very well. I'm thrilled that throughout these past 8 years, people have somehow picked up on what I was trying to say with this game, but I don't think I actually did a good job of saying it. Do you get what I mean? I think people like I'm very flattered that people have like kind of got the vibe I was going for with Lawrence, but like I'm a little bit shocked that they did, considering how mid of a job I did getting it across. It should have, anyways, it should have been a reassuring gesture, but it wasn't. You're sweet and bright. Thank you. I guess I picked you before you were supposed to fall, but I suppose that's the way life is. He ran his fingers over my neck more firmly, which should hurt, by the way, because he was jorking and yanking on my spine. I couldn't move away from him. You're still full of warm flesh and blood. Thank you. But what's underneath? Please stop. I was going to kill you nicely. The right way. Like how hunters kill rabbits or farmers kill chickens. I was just going to grab you and give you a snap. But I'm not a hunter. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop me. I don't want to kill you like that. I want to peel away your layers and unwind your strings. This is a good line. This is what I was going for, and I need to hone in on this a little bit more. This is perfectly fine. I choked on a sob. I'll pull every part of you and spread you out. I'll pull every part of you and spread you out. Yeah. I'll watch your blood and feel the warmth spill out of you. You're a perfect, beautiful mess. You'll be a perfect, beautiful mess. Thank you. Broken, ruined, dead, and all mine. Yeah. See, I don't know. He is kind of possessive, isn't he? Maybe I should think harder on that. I just don't like the way he expresses it. My protest was cut off by Lawrence shoving a cloth in my mouth and taping it down. I tried to scream as he leaned back, looking over me appreciatively. Don't. Again, very different pose than what we're looking at here. It'd be nice if it was drawn that way. Don't worry, you don't have to do a thing. You won't have to breathe for much longer. Oh, thank God. He turned chair I was bound to. Was shaking and sweating. He retrieved a small knife. Hey, it's the little knife! And I do like this picture, to be honest. To really see the beauty of the world. Like, it's not drawn very well, but I like the vibe of it. It would be nice if the light were, like, coming. Yeah, anyways. You have to have some patience. I couldn't shriek or cry. I kept shaking as he made a slow, small cut. I stared in horror as he continued. More tiny cuts. I strained, sobbed, drooled into the rag stuffed in my mouth. Nice. He meticulously carved lines into my flesh, peeling away strips of skin. That's actually nasty. Oh, and we get a different version of that. You know what? I like this. It's fine. I learned the true depth of misery. I felt like an eternity as I tried to beg him to just kill me. I am pulling that same shit like I did in the Strayed Sanity ending, where I like get bored of describing it and then I sort of say, and a whole bunch of bad stuff happened. Like, what did I say? I learned the true depth of misery, and it felt like an eternity. It felt like an eternity. Like I just didn't want to describe it anymore, and I was like, and it went on for a long time. I I don't like that habit of my writing in the past. I couldn't speak through the gag, and I'm sure he wouldn't have listened. I could do nothing but wait in unyielding agony. Unyielding agony? I kicks ass as he peeled me apart. My head dropped lower, but I could still hear him. He breathed evenly, calmly. He was even humming softly. I didn't have the strength to scream or even flinch. Finally, blissfully, I ran out of enough blood to stay unconscious. Not bad. Lawrence stopped holding back. Okay, so that's his he ran out of sanity ending, which needs work big time. It's okay, but the writing is bleh. Redo, start from scratch. Oh yeah, okay, yes, load game. Let's get the river one. Okay, I have seen the river. Oh my god. What? I looked down at my lap. Have I? For some reason, when he said the river, I could picture it. I've been there. I was nearly whispering. What was I talking about? I didn't feel like I was lying. There was no color. Ooh, his heart went up. Why am I getting excited? There was no edge. No shore. Ooh, that makes his heart go all the way up. Kjort. I didn't understand what I was saying, yet I could picture as easily as any clear memory. So this is sort of fucking with the the concept of restarting the game and time. It's breaking the fourth wall a little bit, and I plan to do that more. So if you think this is annoying, sorry, because I'm gonna do it more in the remake. Yet I could picture as easily as any clear memory. Was it some sort of dream? I had to convince him I knew. My voice was rising with desperation. It felt like nothing. It was like waking up. Y'all, we're bonding. I looked up at him, finally seeing something completely different. Yes, like waking up. Like the whole world and the people in it are just some nightmare. Oh, and then he gets his little flower heart. It's very small. Wow, the original is drawn extremely tiny. I didn't think uh, there was anyone else. I looked at him empathetically. Empathetically. I looked at him empathetically. Um, Weird choice. You're not alone. Not anymore. I used to regret coming back. I didn't even mean to. I just wanted to stay there, but I accidentally started dreaming again, I guess. Maybe it won't be so bad this time. I looked as if a weight had been I I looked as if a weight had been lifted from his shoulders. Cool. um this is a good time to say that we had very few beta testers. I'm quite sure that the does it even say that in the credits? I think there was only the four of us. Um Credits. Hardworking beta testers. Oh, Rot World and Tweaker Wolf. Ah, Tweaker Wolf actually beta tested this. So there was more than four people, but there was me, uh, EP, and Rot World, Tweaker Wolf, and Jedka. So five people looked at this before it was posted to the internet. Um, the fact that it runs at all, but there is a notorious problem where you can't get his full heart ending unless you name yourself after a flower. That was a mistake. I'm willing to go on record. I did the math wrong. You weren't supposed to have to put a plant name in to get the full heart ending. I just sucked at math. So, apologies. 8 years later, didn't mean to do that. Sips on drink. Okay. I looked as if a weight had been lifted from his shoulders. Maybe we can have some fun in this world. No, I'd really like that. He grabbed a knife, and he took his knife out again. He grabbed a knife and knelt to cut me free. Ah, and the lighting changes. I stood shakily. The art style, again, bleh, but I don't hate the actual picture of it. I like him kind of like tenderly holding the knife. That vibe is fun, and I like the lighting. I stood shakily. I stumbled forward into his arms. We held each other for a long moment. Our hearts were beating, but we both knew the truth. We have each other now. Why did I do that? Why did I put that drawing in? I don't know what I was thinking there, but it's fine. I don't hate it, but why did I do that? We have each other now. The whole world dying all around us. I kind of do like the juxtaposition of the bright, sunny, hopeful tree, and then my internal dialogue being the whole world is dying all around us. That's not bad. You survived. You both know the truth. Fun. More. Okay. What do we got for endings? Well, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. All right, we're gonna have to start, pumping the gas here. Okay, load. Fucking. Sorry, I always forget where to. There, load. Probably driving you guys crazy with it. I loaded the wrong one. With not knowing how to play the game. No, load. Damn you. There. That's another problem with the old games is the load screen and the save screen look exactly the same. It's terrible design. um. Let me see. Is that right? Sorry, I'm gonna come clean with you right now. I actually have a guide open, and somebody made a very good flowchart, and I'm so sorry, but I don't remember who made it, but not me, that's for sure. And I'm just trying to look at it. What is this? Oh, this is Ren's. Okay. Is it Ren's? Am I dumb? Yes. Okay, you lost it. Lawrence took your hands. Okay, how do I get that one? Oh, you get different. Okay, so if I run out of sanity in the daytime, he'll chop my hands off. Okay, you lost it. Yeah. Okay, so I need to run out of sanity during the day. Let's try that. I am beautiful, thank you. He's going to schlorp on my spine. Good stuff. My sanity is already terrible, but I need to make it. Can I make it through the night? Am I actually too far in the game? I think I might be too far in the game to get another daytime. I understand. If I say I understand, he's going to kill me. Let me use the bathroom. Let's use the bathroom. We're going to go in the bathroom. Just let me in there. Okay. I want to keep my sanity bad. Examine the room, lock the door, leave. Let's freshen up. Should I freshen up? Is it good for my sanity? Let's just check. As long as I'm here, I used the bathroom and washed up. Ow, no, that gives me lots of sanity. Rewind. We don't want to do it. I'll just leave. I'll just go in and leave. Creak the door. He shouldn't be too mad because I didn't do anything wrong. He was standing between me and the door out of the apartment. I looked at the chair, my prison, and I sat down. I think that's a mistake that he has his knife out and then. Anyways. Thanks for doing what I said. He mumbled something very quietly about tape. Oh! He held out his roll of duct tape. I felt like I might be getting somewhere on his good side. So I held my arms to the arms of the chair for him. That's a clunky sentence. He paused for a moment. He wrapped the tape around my arms. He seemed to be careful to do it gently. Once he was done, he leaned back and looked away. I need to go out now. Okay, bye. I'll be back later. He's going to the gas station to go get some taquitos. So I guess maybe just rest, okay? Thank you. I nodded to him, but I don't think he even saw me. He moved quickly out of the apartment. I couldn't see him leave behind me. I sat in the chair alone in relative silence again. Just the sound of the muffled neighbors, distant car horns, and the soft hissing of the humidifier. I rested my eyes and slipped into a deep sleep. Okay, we're actually like moving to a new chunk of game now. Oh, I'm having a nightmare. It's so dark. Oh, yeah. I remember doing this. I was proud of myself. I do remember this. I was big proud of myself for wiggling these backgrounds around, doing parallax shit. It's so dark, I can barely see. I can't walk. Am I outside? I can't remember anything. I can't. Outside. It's wrong. Something told me that being outside should feel like freedom. It's worse than feeling trapped. I don't feel like I'm being buried or drowning. Just that this nothing is all there is. All there ever will be. All there ever was. Ooh. Ah, that's fun. That was the first bit of my tradition of doing writing weird nightmares into games because I think I did that in T-Poff too. I'm gonna save here because I don't think I've ever made it to this day. Boink. Return. Okay. I like this background too. I like all the weather effect. That's one of the reasons why I kind of want to keep the window big, even though it doesn't make a whole bunch of sense for like a shitty apartment. Cause like doing this background stuff was fun though. So perhaps I shall adhere to the rule of cool and not the rule of shit that makes sense. We'll see. I have time to think about it. I slowly raised my aching head. I tried to move my limbs and found that I was fully taped down again. Fuck! He's asleep. Oh, there he is. I took a few breaths and gathered my thoughts. What should I do? Bounce on it. No, let's struggle. I pulled the tape around my wrists. I tried to be quiet, but the tape was so tight. I didn't feel like it was budging at all. Let's struggle again, because I think that might kill my sanity. I needed to keep trying. I bit my lip and I pulled hard against the tape, and I ran out of sanity. I froze when I heard Lawrence turn over. I couldn't take it anymore. Ah! I just started screaming, casually. I wrenched at the tape around my arms painfully and yelled. One arm came free from my panic struggle. Ugh! He hates being woke up. Me too, brother. No, no. I looked down to my free arm in panic. Should I try and replace the tape? You think you're getting out of this? He's like waking up. But I only have one hand free. Oh, maybe he's not waking up. Is he? I don't know. Doesn't look like he's in the bed anymore. My dilemma was interrupted by a hand settling down on my wrist with a vice-like grip. Yes, he's awake. I looked up with a strange yelp. There he is, shirtless. Hate this sprite. Sincerely hate this sprite. I did not match body and face art styles very well. And I'm embarrassed. It's the middle of the day. I wanted to say something, apologize, anything, but my brain wasn't forming words. It was wincing. He was a lot stronger than he first appeared to be, and his pants are very, very low. I don't apologize for that, though. He squeezed harder for a moment before letting go. These are a problem. My arms? He turned to dig around. I like this. Actually, this sprite's fine, because his face isn't weird. He turned to dig around. Before I could find my voice to ask what he was doing, he turned back to me with a branch cutter. No. Lawrence, no branch cutter. He squinted coldly at me for a moment before placing the saw down and retrieving his tape and small cloth. Damn, that's a lot of shit. No more noise. I tried to yell, but was cut off by him shoving a cloth in my mouth. This is like the fourth time he has put cloth or something on my mouth. He wants quiet. Shh. And roughly slapping a piece of tape over it. He stopped to look over my panicking form, seeming to calm down slightly. Just as I began to hope he'd come to his senses, he picked up the saw. I began to shriek as he held. Well, I couldn't be shrieking though, because my mouth be covered. It's a poorly written line. As he held the free arm in position, the saw just below my elbow. Yay! It's a weird CG, but I kind of like it still. I think I just like it because it's weird, frankly. The scene became blurry as tears filled my eyes, and he made the first stroke, tearing through my skin. I screamed uselessly into the makeshift gag, trying to tear my arm from his grip. He held me down firmly and worked on my arm quickly. He's just going at it. I felt like I was choking, struggling to breathe. I began to feel dizzy as I watched his muscles tense from the effort of sawing through bone. I realized in a haze of blinding pain that he was holding my severed arm. See? That'd be a cool thing to draw, but I didn't. He placed it gently on the ground as he looked back to me in my eyes. You're in pain. Yes. He said it like he was describing some small miracle of nature, like finding a butterfly's cocoon. God, it was weird. That was the point, though. I looked at him dully, trying to move my hand and only feeling pain. I know it hurts now. He moved and positioned the saw over my remaining arm, but that's natural. My body managed somehow to renew its panic. Just, went to the store, got a renewal, and he moved the saw again. I helplessly shuddered and sobbed as he tore through the flesh. I felt a small wave of relief as I began to go numb. He held my other arm, and then the blood spattered all over his body. This description goes on for a very long time on one picture, which is kind of just the way these games were, but like, boy, we could use another picture by now, huh? And now you're dripping out. You're dripping out. Okay. All over. Am I? My arms were cold. My arms. I think your thread ends here. I'll take the rest of you to somewhere. I'll take the rest of you to somewhere pretty. That sounds nice. I felt my head drop. I'll find you again. In the darkness. Lawrence took your hands. I don't know if I like that ending. I like the bloody picture, obviously, but like, the writing. I severely underestimated how much the writing kind of sucks in this game. But that's a good thing. Like, that's generally a good thing. It means I have plenty of room to improve to make new game worthwhile. I do want to load this. Yes, we are loading this one. Okay, so day whatever. I wish I could know. I like how in my newer games you can actually tell what day you're on by the save file. I think I'm on day 3, day 2. I don't know. Anyways, we're awake. It's so what did we do? Okay, I got Lawrence took your hands. You lost it. You were taken to the woods. Player health reaches 20. How do I lose health? Holy shit, I have so much health. That actually sounds hard to do. I don't know if I can do that on this save file. Do I have Lawrence stopped holding back? What are my endings? Lawrence, okay, I do have that one. And I have you both know the truth. Yes. Okay. Ren had Lawrence kill you. This is... Oh, so that counts as a... Okay, so one of these deaths is in Ren's path, where Ren has... And for some reason, I decided that gives the ending to Lawrence. So it's the same as this Vincent ending, how you get it in Lawrence's path. There's a Ren one where you get it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just like straight up not going to do that because it's Ren's game. That's going to be in Ren's game. So I'll be missing an ending here. That's fine. Let's see here. Where's another one? Lawrence made you quiet. Do I have that? Yes. Drugs. Lawrence took your hands. Got. Is Lawrence took your arms and Lawrence? That's not two different endings. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I don't think so. This guide labels sleep as amamir. Lawrence held you. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's one I don't have. Lawrence held you under. Let's get that one. Bathroom. So I'm too far. I have to go back to the bathroom. Load. I need the bathroom. Oops, that's not far enough. Load you. Yes. Bathroom. This is spine stuff. La da da dee dee dee. Bathroom. Let me use the bathroom. How do I get this? Keep door locked. Oh, you just keep the door locked. Okay, great. Let's do it. Let me in the bathroom. I'd like to go to the bathroom and die in there, please. I think I remember really liking the CG for this one too. Flicked on the light. I'm in the bathroom. It stinks. Lock the door. Boop. I lock the door from the inside. I'll just wait him out. It'll be fine. Surely this plan uh, has no flaws. I tried to turn the lock carefully and made a loud click. Why does this? What is it? I just realized there's like this glass, half glass wall. That's actually like very fancy. This is a very fancy bathtub for a shitty apartment. It's a wrongly fancy. It's a really unfancy sink and a very fancy bathtub. Very strange choices. Anyways, I tried to turn the lock carefully, but still made a loud click. Heart pounding. Gadabob. I kept holding the door, beginning to sweat, heard his footsteps, gasped as the door. Yeah, we read this stuff already. I'm just gonna let him come on out. No! I can't give him. I can wait him out. I turned around and pressed my back to the door. And now I simply let him become more upset. Da-da-da. This is fine. This is fine. And he's mad. Now he's big mad. I heard a loud crack and was only aware for a second that I was flying forward, my head gliding with the edge of the tub. Ugh, what? My head hurt. I couldn't move. Didn't want to open my eyes. Rushing water. Water? Oh, and we're just already under it. I feel like there should be more writing about him coming in and maybe an opportunity for some NSFW. Maybe I don't know. It could. I just think it could be fun. I do really like this picture though. This is my favorite. It's cool. It's weird and it's cool. We got some swishy blood. We got some cool. I really like fucking kicked ass on these bubbles and stuff and like this wavy like love this. Absolutely. This is my favorite picture. This is my favorite picture in the game. I think I kicked ass on this one. I couldn't breathe. What's happening? I tried fighting, clawing. I could tell I was underwater, but Lawrence's iron grip tightening around my throat was barely letting it in my windpipe. Clunky sentence. The last few bubbles I had escaped my lips as my thrashing grew weaker. No! Damn it! My chest burned as I heaved, trying desperately to suck in water around me. I couldn't do anything. That's a quick ending. But I love the picture. Great picture. Favorite picture. Let me consult this guide again. Look, I know it's annoying, but trust me, it is better for all of us if I just um, use this. Okay. Drugs for the project. You were too slow. How do I get you were too slow? Okay. Pull away. Okay. Yeah, let's try that. I think I have to go back to the neck part. Load neck. Okay. You're awake. Time to get my spine messed with again. Thank you very much for the spine massage. Yeah. Okay. What do I want here? It doesn't matter. Wait, does it matter? Am I too far? Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't be looking at this guide. I actually am confused. Um, no, this is okay. Okay, I understand. We'll do a project. We've been here already. See, I thought there was no. I didn't know you could get another ending here. He's got his knife out. We're gonna do the project. There. Okay, he cut my arm free. And now he's offering the tea. And I can't take it because I've already taken too much drugs, so I'm gonna say no way to the tea. He's mad about it, but it's fine. Gripped my. He lowered the knife to my skin. Oh, okay, here's what's different. Oh, there's actually a few things I could do here. We should save here. It would be cool if I could save in the menu like YKMET. Damn. Turn. Okay. Lowered the knife to my skin. Pull away, let him cut. So what do I want to do here? I want to pull away. Right, because I let him cut me before. Okay, let's do. Oh, I grabbed the knife. That certainly will get me killed. But let's pull away this time. Boop. I jerked my wrist away from him. Because I slammed through this, he said he's going to do a project with us, and he's untied the wrists, and now he's trying to cut an untied wrist hand. That's what's going on. And I went, no, stop, don't, just let me cut you, gosh. He tightened the grip. He tightened his grip and spoke in a quiet tone, dripping with threat. Don't fight me, Gatto Bob. Too bad. I'm fighting you to death and rewriting your whole game. Your path. No, your path. I'm guiding it now. Do you understand? No, you. I looked back at him, unable to find my words. I was shocked at his sudden change in demeanor. He lowered the knife back to my skin. Well, I'm confused. Drop the knife. Was I supposed to grab the knife? Pull away. I thought I was supposed to drop it. Now I'm confused. What have I done? Let him cut? I can't even follow a damn guide for my own game that I made. So, sorry. I'm sorry about that. Cut. Play. Where the hell is this? Oh, I'm here. What did I do wrong then? Let me just rewind a bit. I thought let him cut. Pull away. Doesn't pull away give me a choice? Am I dumb? Maybe I should try grabbing it. Grab the knife. No, wait, I'm supposed to pull. But then I don't get a chance to drop it. Yeah, okay, so it's not matching up with this guide, which is fine. It's the game's fault. Let's just scream then, see what happens. Oh, he goes insane. Yes. Maybe someone would hear me before his hand clamped over my throat. So much worse. And the chair almost tipped backwards. That's kind of funny. I do like that. For a moment, we were both still and silent. I heard a muted thumping. Oh, this is the Mr. Davidson thing. I heard a muted thumping from above, accompanied by the muffled voice of an older man upstairs. Shut the fuck up. Neighbors. Lawrence's hand was still on my neck. Sorry, Mr. Davidson. This sprite is diabolical. It won't happen again. His grip tightened. I was beginning to see spots. Will it? I tried to shake my head, even though I could barely move it. With one last morning squeeze, he let go of me. I wheezed a cough, trying to suck in air quickly. I guess we can't do this the slow way. He kicked the bucket close to the ground between my legs. Oh, now am I gonna get the bucket picture? Because I thought I drew the bucket. Am I? Is this Mandela effect? Did I Mandela a bucket picture? You're just too much of a problem, aren't you? Yes. He grabbed the back of the chair. He grabbed the back of the chair and tilted me forward over the bucket. Okay, yeah, that kicks ass. If only someone could draw this. The chair creaked from being on only two legs. I let out a frightened whimper. He flipped the knife in his hands and suddenly slammed it between my ribs. I tried to scream from the pain, but I only made a choked gurgle. He held the chair as I shook and looked. I shook and looked up at him in shock. Clunky sentence. He tore the knife sideways and yanked it out from my flesh. Yes, bucket picture. Finally. The main character, the bucket's here. My horrified gaze sank downward to the slow river of red seeping down my chest between my legs and dripping into the bucket. I should have drawn more blood in this bucket. I finally managed to cough, but it was just more blood. I couldn't work my lungs. Fuzzily, I thought to myself, that's probably for the best. Oh, and we're done. Okay. Lawrence bled you out. That wasn't what I was trying to get, but it's a different one. Where am I? Oh, okay, Lawrence bled you out. Okay, there it is. I am going to try and get more. Okay, he lowered the knife to my skin. It's because this this guide says if I pull away, then I get a choice to drop the knife or refuse, which isn't. It doesn't make sense. What am I not getting here? Drop, because I never get the knife if I pull away. Am I stupid? Let him cut. Um, let's just let him cut, because I think I should get you can't see the river on that. Let him cut. I froze. He pressed the knife to my skin. Because I think we did do this already. I jerked and gasped. Pain shot up. He chose to feel this. And he is cutting the arm. Blood's coming out. We've done this before. The flow begins. Oh, then we have a second pull away, let him cut. Oh. Okay. What if I do pull away? Can I save here? Bing. Return. So let's pull away. Please. I managed to pull my arm away from him weakly. Lawrence, cut it out. I begged. I'm scared. No? He paused. Now that I've already, like, cut you and partially killed you, I will listen to reason now. He paused. You want to see it happen? See what happened? I'll show you. He held up a small glass bottle. But you have to drink more drugs. I looked at it and gulped. Of course, more drugs. I looked down at my bleeding wrist, already feeling a bit dizzy. Fine. He nodded and held the bottle to my lips. This game makes no sense. Sorry, it doesn't most of the time. I took a deep breath and drank it. How do you feel? Drugged, frankly. I tried to answer, but I just made a strange gasp. I was losing control of my mouth. Sorry. My head began to fall forward. I didn't like the way everything was moving around me. Oh, if only somebody could draw it. Oh, I had fell down to the chest. I thought, okay, see, I thought I did this. No, this is too many drugs. No. Okay, wait, hold on. I don't want to get too many drugs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cheat a little. What is it drugs? 0. Setting drugs to 0. I don't know if that was the right variable. How do you feel? Tried to answer strange gasps, losing control of my mouth. Didn't like the way everything was moving around me. Lawrence apparently sensed my distress because he leaned forward to hold me and keep me still. It's okay, I can understand you anyway. The variable was in fact called drugs. So I just set drugs to 0 and now we're fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. Just pretend I ate less drugs before. I heard a soft ripping sound as he cut the tape from my arms. He leaned lower to free my legs, and I realized that I couldn't move any part of my body at all. There we go. Something nagging in the back of my mind was telling me that I should be afraid. I don't know if I need to type that at the player. Just make the game scary. Don't tell them they're scared. Sorry. Just berating 2017 me. Instead, I felt comforted and warm as he wrapped his arms around my body to lift me up. Oh, this is fun. And then I liquefied the art in Photoshop, smeared it around everywhere. Everything was moving again. Just for a moment, Gatabob. And I like this picture actually. It's fine. It's nice. Something solid pressed against my back. See? I just began to register that it was the floor touching me when he knelt over me. No more moving after this, don't worry. I felt a rush of relief. He was spreading my arms to the side. You're really pretty. Oh, jeez, thanks. It was kind of hard to keep track of his movements. You're just like the last day of summer. Ah, that's actually very topical because it's September 9th today. So it's sort of the last day of summer-ish. Anyway, I could feel him touching my arms. All of the other senses were blurry, but his touch was clear. People aren't just red inside. His voice was even and gentle. There's purples, oranges, yellows, just like leaves. I actually do kind of like this speech. It's weird. It's weird in the way that I want this game to be weird. I felt a tiny prick on my arm, then a searing pain. Pain came rushing back to me as I found myself unable to struggle or move away from the slicing. I couldn't even look, but the pain was explosive and overwhelming. What's he doing? I have to be very gentle. Oh yeah, yeah, I do like this picture. I don't like it as much as the drowning picture, but I do like this picture because it's fucking weird. I watched his concentrating face as he began to pull something from my arm. The way he held it, my fevered mind, my fevered mind imagined it was it was some kind of snake or a string. The sentence is fine. I'm just struggling with it. They led all over and around and always to your heart. They lead. Yeah, they lead all over and around and always to your heart. That's what he's saying. His hands were stained with my blood. He was so calm. It was my vein, wasn't it? Why? Soft red fruits. Ah, that's fun. I felt the same pain, the same pain sear through my other arm. I'm just getting tired of talking because it's been 2 hours. Forgive me. I'm not used to talking much. I want to shine a light through them. What? It's getting harder to understand him. I'm going to make that moment, just one moment in time. You'll be so delicate. The room was spinning. Your roots and leaves just starting to decay. His words were blurring together, and I thought I could hear wind through trees. That's fun. I like that. Just like the last day of summer. Ah, you became art. That was fun. It could be obviously it could be better, but I like the bones of that one. Load game. Load. Yeah, let's just load that. I thought I was doing something. Position. Right. Okay. Um. Okay. So the reason I got that one is because I pull away, and that's dependent on his sanity. So you survive that if you pull away and he has higher sanity. But I also have other endings I need to get here. Let him cut. Um, player sanity less than 30. It is. So let's let him cut. Thank you so much. I need to really find the person who made this chart and thank them. I closed my eyes and breathed. Are you ready? Yes. I nodded slowly, soothed by his gentle voice. He dipped the still wet blade into my other wrist, finding the vein easily. I love the verb dipped here for this. Dipped rips in this sentence. um, Somehow the sensation and the vision of my life's blood pouring out of me didn't bother me anymore. Did I not read this? I thought, because this is where I saw the river before, but shouldn't, because my sanity is lower, it should be. That doesn't make sense. Maybe these are switched. I think maybe I'm gonna see the river again. It's easy, dripping. I breathe faster and faster. Cold Lord, is he talking to me? So lovely. Campus is perfect. Yeah, I thought I read this already. I've seen the river. It's beautiful. You're dying. Yeah, I see the river. I think I'm actually wrong here. I think what I need to do is um let him cut. I think it's the opposite is true. I think my sanity needs to be higher. So I'm gonna cheat again. Sorry. Oops. Sanity equals 50. Nice. Let him cut. So close my eyes, didn't breathe. You ready? Dip in the blade, sensation, blah blah blah. Okay, it's the same. It is the same here. See the river. It's beautiful. You died. You can't see the river. Okay, yeah. So if my sanity is over 30, I don't see the river, and that's a different ending. Okay. All of that is going to be irrelevant in the new version of the game because I'm basically going to send the player to the river constantly instead. Um, Crap, where am I now? So I've gotten to that one. Let me see the endings. What have I got? Okay, we're getting there. We're gonna have one permanently missing because it's in Ren's route. Um, Lawrence bled you out. I think I did. I get Lawrence bled you out. Lawrence bled you out. I did get that. Okay, so that's with Scream and his sanity matters. Okay. Wow. So a lot of the endings are just like do the exact same stuff, but the amount of sanity you or Lawrence have changes it. That's I don't know if I like the structure of that, but that's how it is. So load. Um, I think here. Pull away, let him cut. So what do I do? Pull it, put Grab the knife. Does that work? I take the knife. I take the knife from him. I managed to take it from his hands. We locked eyes, both of us calculating the situation. He stepped back. Actually, I don't know if I did that. This fucking chair. Oh, I bent down quickly to cut the tape around my legs. Oh, yeah, I didn't see this yet. I just never did that. I never took the knife. Hello. I do like this picture. I like the upside down. It's fun. I got I got through one as quickly as I could, and I felt my head snap back up. Pulled by my hair. Pulled by my hair! That kicks ass. Oh no! My words were stopped by the large blade of garden shears on my neck. Drop it. um, do we drop the knife? Do we refuse? Let's drop the knife. Oh, if I refuse, it's too. Oh, that's okay. I know where I am now. Let's actually. I'm gonna save. Boop. Return. I'm going to refuse, and he is gonna kill me, I believe. I held the knife tightly and braced myself to swipe at him. Okay, a bit lazy there. We just hit the screen with one pre-made Photoshop splash brush. Okay. He he held my head back still as blood poured from my throat and mouth. Fuck. Okay, that was kind of a lame death, but we're here to get him. Load. Give me this. And now I do not refuse. I drop the knife. My hands are shaking. I didn't mean it. I dropped the weapon, squeezing my eyes shut in defeat. And we just returned to this. Okay. He pressed the shears against my throat as a last warning before lowering them and picking up the knife. He re-taped my leg as I watched. For a moment, I wondered if I had made the wrong choice. Even his reasoning doesn't make a lot of sense here because he was already killing me, right? Like he was cutting me and bleeding me out and killing me. And then I took the knife and threatened him. And then he went, drop it. And then I said yes. And then he's like, okay, let's go back to this original method. I guess it makes okay sense. I don't know. I don't know about it. I'll be thinking about it. I'll be mulling it over. But I didn't have time to think about it for long. He went right back to work. He pressed the knife back to my wrist. Just relax. Yeah, sure. I froze. He pressed the knife through my skin. I jerked and gasped his pain shot in my arm. His grip tightened painfully around my wrist. Shh, you chose to feel this. Right. Okay, so now we're back on track. Oh, his sanity needs to be less than 50 or more than 50. Because apparently I'll get Lawrence bled you out, or I'll get Lawrence buried you, depending on his sanity, I think. Am I right? I don't know. Let's see what ending I get. Because I think I've hurt like fire. Yeah, okay, I've been here. I've done this. Largest vein. Let me just go fast and kind of... Oh, no, okay, we just get that again. Pull away, let him cut. I think I went too far. I think I can't get the ending that I want from here. Yeah, this will get me to different stuff. Holy shit. Okay, it just goes on for a long time. I need to go back and get a different ending before I continue with this. Load. I need to get to the screen where it says screen beg or let him cut. Is this it? Pull away, let him cut. I feel like, can I rewind? Pull away. God, all these are, they're pull away and let him cut show up in like 3 different menus. And it makes it very hard to figure out where I am in the story. I grabbed the knife. Does that work? Yeah. I have to, no, pull away. Pull away. And then let him cut scream bag. Okay. So I scream, but he needs way more sanity. He needs way more sanity. So let's just cheat again. Here you go, buddy. Have some sanity on the house. No, wait. It's going to be... Is it law underscore sanity? That's probably what I would have named it. Equals 50. Yes? No. That didn't work. Lawrence sanity equals 50? No, that also didn't work. Okay. L sanity equals 50. Nice. Lazy me. Should have counted on it. Okay. Escape. There you go. Maybe someone would hear me before. Oh, my sanity's out. But hopefully he'll bury me. For a moment, we were both silent. I heard a muted thumping from above. Okay. We got Mr. Davidson. Heinous. Was beginning to see spots. What? I tried to shake my head, even though I could barely move it. With one last warning squeeze, he let go of me. I wheezed and coughed, trying to suck in air quickly. I couldn't think. I must be in new territory because I can't skip forward anywhere. My vision wavered for a moment. Keeping you here isn't working. Okay, good. I think he's gonna bury me. Excellent. I gulped, watching him. He seemed to be thinking hard. Would you like to leave this place? How does anybody get any endings in Lawrence's path? Sorry, I'm just like constantly aware of like how hard it is to get these different things to happen. His path is structured super weird. Anyways, I wanted to answer, but I couldn't think. I couldn't. Ugh. It's not that like I don't think it's too hard. I think the problem is that it's not intuitive. There's nothing that tells the player that something that's different is going to happen. So many of these differences are based on how much sanity you have or how much sanity he has, but it's not intuitive at all. Like there's nothing that tells the player. Like that's my problem with it. And that's what I need to address in the remake, I think. Anyways, I tried to move. We put in another blurry background. Love to see it. I think this is the inside of his car. Opening my eyes was a mistake. Everything's moving. I thought I recognized the rumble of a car's engine. Yeah, but I couldn't focus. I woke up from the feeling of something cold hitting me. Ugh. I was laying somewhere cold. Yeah, I know, you just said. My head hurts. Shh. Okay, I like that. It's a good sound effect. Something hit me again. Or fell on me. I tried to open my eyes more, clear my head. Dirt. I'm outside. Shh. It's a good sound effect for dirt on a shovel. Ah, I like this picture. This is a fun picture. Uh, oh god, he's burying me. Being buried alive kicks ass. I mean, not realistically, but you know what I mean. I do like, there should be an ending where you get buried alive. I just think that's cool. It's scary. I love the picture. It's fun to draw. But you need to get to this ending in a better way, because like this shit is not. I had to cheat. Like it's not great. Anyways, I began to panic, trying to move my muscles. I could barely move. My head. Ugh, my head. I strained, fear for my life driving me to move my limbs slightly. Because I feel like, sorry to keep going on about this, because from the player's experience, like I can get through this because I'm looking at a chart and shit. But a player playing this wouldn't know that a different ending has triggered because they had higher sanity or lower, Lawrence sanity or whatever. They would just, in their experience, from their point of view, they would have basically chosen the same things recently. Like they don't remember that they chose different stuff that changed sanity levels. Their last, like, let's say 3 to 5 choices are the same exact thing, and then they get a different ending. And that is confusing. It's not intuitive for the player. Like it doesn't, like, yes, their sanity is on screen, and I don't think it's wrong to give a different ending based on stats, but I think like the way it's written should tell the player this is happening because your sanity is so low, or this is happening because Lawrence has more sanity. Like I should write it in a way that makes that clear rather than like just doing it with code, and because the way it's written, I don't think it's clear. That's my specific beef with it, is that I think the the player needs to have clues to understand what's happening so that it actually feels like gameplay rather than a slot machine. Okay, that's my rant. Anyways, I grunted from the massive effort it took just to move my arm. I like that Lawrence has a yellow. He actually likes me quite a bit for someone who's burying me alive. I froze in fear. Are you awake? Closed my eyes and laid still. Maybe he won't. No, he just gets down in there. I don't remember this picture at all, but it's fun. My eyes shot open as the wind was knocked out of me. He jumped down on the hole on top of me. So we get the picture before he actually does it. Interesting. I coughed and tried to plead for my life, but he stomped on me. We get stepped on a third time. Boo, 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 boo. We're getting stepped on. It doesn't show it, but we are. Before I get anything meaningful out. You're an endless fountain of problems. What do you do when someone hits you with the "you're an endless fountain of problems"? He lifted the shovel and brought it down on my neck. Okay, kick ass. It's a good. I like the ending. I just like you know my rant. You know my rant about it. Lawrence buried you. You're an endless fountain of problems. Goes crazy. Load. Okay. So now I think I'm clear. Let me actually look at my endings real quick. I'm consulting the great chart, Lawrence. Okay, let me see. I have you were taken to the woods. Do I have that? Uh-oh. I don't. I do not have that. Okay. How do I get that? Oh, right. Player health reaches 20. That's hard. It's hard to make your health get below 20. I could cheat, obviously, but let's see if I can. We'll see if we get it normally. You lost it. I have you lost it? Yes. Lawrence took your hands. I got that one right. I remember. Lawrence took your arms. That's must be the same one. Lawrence stopped holding back. Yes. You both know the truth. Yes. We're not getting the Ren one. The Vincent one doesn't matter. Lawrence made you quiet. Did we get that? Lawrence made you quiet? Yes, we did. Okay, good. Lawrence took your hands. Wait, Lawrence, is that just in two different places? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's fine. Lawrence held you under. We have that. That's the drowning one. B. Lawrence held you under. Where is it? And my eyeballs aren't working. Do I not have Lawrence held you under? Am I stupid? Yeah, okay, it's right there. Sorry for my inability. You can't even see my cursor on the capture, so that must be especially frustrating for you. I apologize. Lawrence held you under. You were too slow? Do we have you were too slow? That's a knife thing. Yes. Lawrence buried you. We just did that. Lawrence bled you out. The naming of these endings is silly because so many of them start with the word Lawrence. It was beautiful. Yes. You can't see the river. Got it. You became art. Nice. Got it. Okay, so we have to get to. Oh my god, that's all day one. This is day two. Okay. Oh, day two is stupid. Okay. 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 We need to get to him sleeping. We have a save where he's sleeping and you're in the chair. Right? Is this right? Is it this one? Yes. Okay, so he's sleeping. I'm in the chair. I'm taped down. He's asleep. Okay, great. Great. What should I do? Okay. That just leads to him cutting arms off again. We don't want that. You you startled Lawrence. You killed. Oh, I can kill him. You can kill Lawrence in this? I forgot. At least as much as you ever kill him. Okay. So we struggle several times. How do I... Okay, so I need to struggle more times, but I don't have enough sanity for that. So we are cheating. We're cheating again. I need more sanity. Equals... I'm going to give myself a cool 70. Nice. What should I do? Okay. Now I have more sanity to work with. I'm going to struggle a bunch. Pulled at the tape. Too tight. Pulled at the tape again. I don't even jiggle the screen. What's wrong with me? Sorry. I bit my lip and pulled against the tape. With zero screen jiggle. Psh, amateur. I froze when I heard Lawrence turn over. He's fine. We struggle again. My heart was pounding. I have to. I tugged my arm with an involuntary grunt. Ugh! Lawrence made a soft sound in bed. I froze again, sweat beating down my face. Slow. Oh, wow, we get a fourth one. Let's struggle. I steeled myself. I don't have a choice. I wrenched my arm as hard as I could, feeling release. However, my blood ran cold as I realized the tape had made a loud ripping sound. Ugh. Oh, that really fucks up his sanity. No, no, I looked down at my friend. Does he wake up? He doesn't. He's still in the bed. Should I try and replace the tape? I only have one hand free. No, he does get up. Did I do that wrong? Did I do that wrong? Is struggling 4 times? Yes, he will chop my arms off if I struggle 4 times. Okay, let's rewind a little bit. I have made a foolish mistake. Okay, so we've struggled 3 times now, not the fourth. I'm just gonna rest now. Is there any way to just struggle? Loose tape equals true. Did I not struggle the first time? I must not have. Can I set the loose tape to true now? Because this is a, I don't know what that, wait, I know how to find it. No, wrong screen. Escape. Where's the variable viewer?
Self-voicing enable.
Wrong!
Self-voicing disable.
Embarrassing. Is it D? D for developer? Oh, I can't get into the developer console. Shit. Okay, I can't get it into the developer console because this copy of the game is so janky. But what I can do is actually open the code. I have it open here. Sorry, nothing's going on screen, but I am screwing with the code right now. I'm inside the game's script, looking for the Lawrence part of the game. Put Vincent and Kane at the top. Here we go. Lawrence. My God, why is it like that? Um, sorry, I'm looking for Lawrence's variable initialization. Where is it? Oh, wow, that's very short. That's so few variables. Struggle, drugs, temporary sanity. Lawrence sexed. What is that for? Why is how do I know if it's been if the tape is loose or not? Where's the variable for that? I have a better idea. What is the line in the game that I'm at right now? Friggin', where is it? Okay, let's just hit struggle. I steeled myself. Okay, search. I steeled myself. Find LF struggle equals 4. Oh, I don't have a choice. If sanity. Why is this written like this? Jesus. Struggle equals 5. Struggle equals 4. Am I just using the struggle variable? Is that what I did? Yeah, I think. If sanity is okay. Struggle rest. I have to keep my sanity. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I get it. So I just need to increase the struggle variable. Sorry for all of that. Embarrassing. Okay. So struggle is probably at 3. I need it to be 4. Let's try. Struggle. Blood ran cold. Realized the tape made a loud ripping noise, but it's fine. Should I replace the tape? One hand is free. No, it didn't work. Okay, no, he's awake. Maybe struggle needs to be 5. Struggle equals 5. Please work. I don't have a choice. I wrenched my arm as hard as I could, feeling a release. However, my blood curdled when I realized the tape had made a loud ripping sound. No, this is the same. Am I dumb? Am I a fool? Am I a dumb fool who can do no correctness? Am I even? Is that what the? No, it is the. It's definitely struggle. I'm so sorry for all this. I wish I was doing this better, but I'm not. Struggle equals. What should it be? If I just set it to 5 here, will that work? A quiet pop, my arm was free. I quickly used it to begin freeing my other arm. Taking my time, I was able to pull up. Yeah, okay, I got it working now. Extreme cheating, incompetent cheating, but I'm there. I was able to pull up the other arm out of sorry. I was able to pull up the other arm of the chair. With 2 free arms, it was easy to lean forward and grasp the small knife he'd left on the table in front of me. I slowly and quietly cut the tape from my limbs. Time to stand. Time to stand? I got up slowly. And we did not move the background at all because we drew it completely horizontally with no space on the top or bottom. So we're standing now, verbally. I was dizzy and sore, but I was finally able to move around, and my captor is still asleep. On the first try! Okay, we're doing something different finally. Let's actually save here, because that was a struggle. Maybe 5 worth of a struggle. Sorry. My captor is still asleep. Let's find a better weapon. I glanced over the tables in the room. There's plenty of dangerous things here. My gaze settled on a large pair of garden shears. A grin crept over my face. How fitting. Let's stab him with the shears. It'll be easy. Oh, I forgot I drew him so cute. I'm my mirror. I crept closer to him. My heart was hammering in my chest. Why did I drop that? Oh! Screen jiggle's fun. Kill him. I approached him silently and slowly. My hands and breath became steady. I listened hard to hear his soft breathing. I smiled. No more hesitation. My sanity's fine, by the way. I'm just like this. I grasped it. This should depend on your sanity, but it doesn't. I grasped his shoulder, pulling him down flat. We didn't draw that, of course. If only somebody drew that. It was in the same perfect motion I slammed the blades down into his stomach with all the force I could muster. Aw, wow, I drew him really adorable. Mean. I heard the soft sound of the blades slicing into his flesh and organs. Flesh and organs. I was surprised at how easily the shears went into him. Yeah, well, belly. He looked like he was trying to make a sound. Shh. Okay, that is ironic after he said it so many times. I twisted the blade slightly, earning a pained gasp. Remember, you said we had to be quiet. I do like that. I enjoy the trope of captive turning the words on the captor. I've done it many times, and I will do it many times again. I watched his blood seep from his wound. He was shaking. I leaned down close. I wanted to watch this. He moved his mouth again, trying in vain to say something, but he only managed a cracked sob. This is sad. I locked eyes with him. I wrenched the shears deeper. I feel worse when it's Lawrence because he's I don't know. Maybe because I empathize more with him than with Strayed. I panted over his body. Also, he was in bed and he kind of he didn't recently earn it. He hadn't earned it in the last 2 hours. That felt pretty good. You survived and you killed Lawrence instead. Nice. Okay, so let's load that again. My captor is still asleep. Let's do the find a better weapon, but then let's just choose something else. So, okay, let's back out. Back out. My hands are shaking. I was breathing evenly, completely unaware of what I could do. I can't. I lowered the shears and backed away from him. I'll just leave. I'll just take off. I tiptoed towards the door. Okay. Ugh, I hate this picture. I'm embarrassed, but it's like a traced. I mean, not all of it, but the door part is traced from an art installation, and I'm embarrassed about that. But it is what it is, and I'll do better next time. I looked over at the door. Why are there so many locks? I need to draw my own door with many locks, and I will do that. He had the usual apartment sliding chain and larger and another large. Why am I describing these? Like you can see the picture. Another larger one of the same style that looked like he screwed it on himself. A swivel lock, one I didn't even recognize. We don't need to describe it. We can see the picture. My brow furrowed at the padlocks. Luckily, a quick look at the nearby plants revealed the keys. See, I think this would make a cool. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I could make an annoying mini game here where you like have to do some annoying stuff, countdown. But that's a lot of work, and I don't know if it's worth it. I'll see. It's on the list of like maybes. Um, Real steps. I chewed my lip and set to work on them, trying to be completely silent. I managed to move the chains with barely any sound. What the hell is this guy so afraid of? I gently opened the padlocks. He's afraid of everything. The guy can punch like a hammer and he's clearly crazy. I scowled as they. Fun fact: the people who hurt people the most are usually the most scared. The more you know. Anyways, um, I scowled as I fiddled with one of the swivel locks. It's like he's afraid of the fucking boogeyman. It's me. I'm the boogeyman. Click. Shit. I spun around, checking on Lawrence. He didn't move. If only somebody could draw that. I let myself breathe again. Just this last lock. Oh! That actually scared me. My face was slammed into the door from behind. Lawrence, it's your worst sprite. Oh wait, that kicks ass. No, never mind. I love that. That was awesome. I really like the lightning thing. Can I watch it one more time? Let's do it one more time. Yeah, that's cool. That ripped. His usual detachment. His usual detached look was gone. He was fully focused. I froze in fear, doing nothing as he lunged for me. My head spun as I was thrown to the ground. I groaned in pain, and it was cut off by a heavy slam on my back. How am I dying here? I forgot how I die here. The breath was knocked out of me. I curled defensively, trying to catch my breath. Please. He kicked me. Yeah, I'm getting beat up. Kicked me in the gut. I couldn't move. I curled further, crying and trying to gasp. That's a hard sentence to say. And I drew the corner of a rug. Um, then he was on top of me. Oh, okay, makes sense. I'm on the ground, twisting me and pressing my front to the door. Wait, he was on top of me, twisting me and pressing my front to the door. So am I on the ground or not? Because this picture is the ground, I think. Okay. He grabbed the blade I dropped. Lawrence. Even my voice sounded broken. Oh, yeah, I was on the ground. So what the hell was that sentence about? I choked out another gasp as he grabbed a fistful of my hair and yanked my head backward. I whimpered. Hot. Um, my whole chest was off the floor. So now I am on the floor. Okay. We're just freeballing it. He pulled my head back so hard that my spine arched painfully. Cool. Then I felt the cold metal pressed against my throat. Oh, he's gonna cut my throat. Okay. I felt the warm liquid pour down my chest before I felt the pain. Nice. Okay. Lawrence caught you. Okay. We're getting endings like crazy here now. Can I see what with my endings? What did I put for the characters? Like, what is this? Oh, one sentence. Or maybe I get more if you get his path. Characters. Does Lawrence have more? Two. We get two sentences for him. Wow. Um, we can do a little better than that next time, I think. Okay, back to the endings. We're getting there. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 more. I think I still had more stuff I could do on that last load. Okay, so I did find the better weapon. I did both of those things. Let's just try to leave the apartment. What does that do? Now's my chance. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I tiptoed towards the door. Okay. Oh, this is just the same thing because I can. Do I just get the same? Yeah, I get the same ending there. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let me consult the great thing here. Lawrence took your hands. You killed Lawrence instead. Lawrence caught you. We just got those. How do I get you startled, Lawrence? Oh! Find a better weapon. We need to pump his love up here. So we do need to load this same one. But I need to cheat some more. Find a better weapon, leave the apartment, and I should... What? How do I get in bed with him? Is it sanity based or is it love based? It's probably sanity based for that, right? That would make sense. So I need to lower my sanity again. We cheat. Sorry. Let's hit it to 30. Yes, it's low sanity. Okay, nice. Get in bed with him. Boop. I knew I should probably leave or something. Actually, let's... Do we save? Nah, who cares? I knew I should probably leave or something, but I want to get into the... I want to crawl in the bed. I want to be his paralysis demon. I looked at him in bed. He really doesn't look scary like that. The bed is small, but it looks comfortable. No, it doesn't. That bed sucks. I rubbed my aching arms. Something was telling me this was a bad idea. But where have all my good ideas gotten me anyway? Great logic. I gently pulled up the blanket and crawled in next to him. As I nestled in next to him and his warmth, he began to move. Eh? Ah! Scared the shit out of him. I actually do. I like the like the window lighting on him. I think that's fun. It's not a great picture, like in terms of drawing ability, but I like what I was doing here with the shadow. That was inspired. Wah! He jumped back from me a little. It's just me. Relax. I'm just in your bed. Stop being a wiener. He looked at me in disbelief. You're he started turning red. What are you doing? Can I sleep here? Can I touch you? Does it matter? Yes, it does. Oh, because I need to actually go back. This, first, okay, let's save this. But I need to cheat a little bit again. Oops. Return. Let's rewind a little bit. Get in bed with him. I need to bring that up. I actually wonder when my check is, so I want to rewind it just to tell. Okay, so what I need to do is make Lawrence love me less, because I'm just too good at this game. What is Lawrence's love variable? Do I know? Should I check? Actually, I was just scroll up. I'm actually looking at the code now. I don't need to try 17 different versions of the variable. Okay, here we go. Lawrence's love is called hello? Where is it? Ugh, I must have set them all at the friggin' top. Okay, fuck it. Never mind. Changed ideas. We're just gonna play it fast and loose. I feel like I would have put law love. Or maybe I did the same thing with sanity. Maybe it's L love. Let's try law love. Equals, are these in tens or hundreds? Probably hundreds, right? 20? Let's give it a try. Let's just let him talk and see what the heart. Oh, okay, that worked. Yeah, it is law love. And it was in tens, thank God. So he loves us less this time. And hopefully he should be a lot more pissed off that we're in bed with him now. It's just me. He looked in disbelief. He blinked a few times. And then something changed on his face from surprise to anger. Yes. Wait. Ah! Here we go. I like the action of this. It's good movement. He quickly rolled over me and wrapped his hands around my neck. Good old-fashioned family choking. Ah! I was too weak and tired to fight him at all. His weight on me and the tight grip on my throat were such strange contrast with the warm and soft bed sheets. Weird thing to say, frankly. Maybe I just didn't want to fight him anymore. Oh, well, okay. It just ends. That's a didn't feel like writing, I guess. Damn. All right. So, okay, we're loading this. Now it's fine that he likes us because we got that startled Lawrence ending, which was apparently not worth getting because it's like 2 sentences. I need a sip. Okay. What are you doing? Can I touch you? This should lead to the only sex scene in this game. I am going to add more in the regular one because there will be a toggle to turn them off. But in this one, there's only one, and if I remember properly, it's really weird. And I think I can leave it up on screen because it doesn't actually show any penis. He stared hard at me. He looked like he was trying to decipher some foreign language. He doesn't understand sex. I pressed my body against his to demonstrate and gasped in surprise at finding him hard. Let's actually maybe click through this a little bit because I don't know how much I'm allowed to say on YouTube. We're just wrestling. He grabbed my arms, shifted on top of me, disoriented. He's breathing. We're just wrestling. It's fine. I didn't know what to say. I'm not gonna. Oh, the heart went up. I'm not gonna let you go. What? You're gonna die here. Romantic. uh, I know the words should have bothered me more, but something about his tone sounded like he was trying to convince himself rather than me. So it doesn't matter what we do now. Wink, nudge. We're wrestling. He seemed surprised. That must have been it. He narrowed his eyes, making up his mind. I gasped as he grabbed my clothing. He quickly pulled it away just enough, because wrestling is easier when you have no clothing on. Don't worry about it. Blah, 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 blah. Now we're getting a little saucy here. Let's just flip through it a little quickly. YouTube, nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just, he says something about the player being warm. Don't think about that too much. It's definitely nothing upsetting. Still just wrestling here. Pictures up for a long time. Don't worry about it. And we fell asleep. All that wrestling made us tired. But I slept well for the first time since meeting him. Ew. That's a weird thing to say since we're I woke up at the start. Deja vu. And I did the screen thing again because I was proud of it. I looked down. Why was I in the chair again? When did he move me? Actually, I want to save here because I feel like I can cheat to get different endings at this point. Because I'm pretty sure if I have full hearts, that's a different ending. Return. Did last night even happen? No, we were wrestling. According to the government, God, and YouTube. My head felt so fuzzy. I don't usually like being close to anybody. A long silence stretched out as he looked down at the ground. He suddenly took a step closer, startling me. You're different. You draw me in. He was staring at me so intently I couldn't look away until I felt a soft touch on my knee. He was gently tracing some shape on my leg. If only somebody would draw this. Lawrence, nobody's drawing this. Sorry. I whispered cautiously. He seemed to be focusing intently on whatever he was doing. You draw me in, and nobody's drawing this. He repeated himself like a moth. I gasped as he moved again, sitting on my lap and straddling me in the chair. I forgot he did that. If only somebody would draw this. Sorry. Oops, I skipped one. He was heavy on my legs, but I didn't want to make a sound. I didn't want to interrupt him for some reason. I felt like I'd already felt his body on mine, but something was different this time. I could hear his heavier breathing. I wondered to myself if I should struggle or make some sort of sound. The decision was made for me as I felt his hand on the back of my head and I squeaked voluntarily. Shh. See, this really is setting up like it's going to be a not safe for work scene, but it actually isn't. In this version of the game, and we'll see what happens in the new version. He was petting me, running his fingers through my hair. You're soft. Thank you. He lowered his head right next to mine and whispered in my ear, warm and soft. His hand crept under my shirt and stopped, lay it flat against my chest. Boy, this would be fun if we weren't just standing stare at each other, huh? Be better if we had different drawings here. You're pulsing under your shell. Extremely weird sentence, but I'm for it. Chrysalis. He let out a quiet sigh and rubbed his face into the crook of my neck. I shivered slightly at the feeling of his light stubble. I need to be closer. It's like romantic Velcro. My brows furrowed slightly. How could he possibly? Can I just do a quick search in my code for the word furrow? Because four. Four. Is it all in my stuff? Find Lawrence. Lawrence. Ren. And Ren. Yes, the word furrow is used 4 times exclusively by me, twice in Lawrence and twice in Ren. And I'm embarrassed. Okay, moving on. I yelped loudly in shock as I felt a sharp point below his hand on my chest. I panicked and tried to look down, but he was still pressed against me. I began to struggle and tried to ask what he was doing. But by the time I opened my mouth, the pain on my stomach became so much more intense that I could only let out a panic scream. He leaned back quickly and clamped a hand over my mouth. You have to be quiet. I was finally able to look down. I made another muffled whimper of horror as I saw the small blade pressed into my skin, already bleeding. Shh. Ooh, okay, I like the sprite change. It would be nice if we were actually, like, drawing the stuff that was happening, but I'll give myself credit for a sprite change. That was nice. Shh. I could feel hot tears filling my eyes. My stifled begging was ignored as he looked intently at my bleeding wound. He pushed the blade in deeper, and I screamed harder into his hand. No, don't interrupt. He's panting. I need you to be silent for this. He reached behind himself to the roll of tape on the table. I know that's a theme of this, but like, holy crap, he really covers your mouth a lot. No, not that fucking tape. I tried to scream again, but it was cut off by him slapping the tape quickly over my mouth. This would be fun if it was a variable. You know? Because, like, okay, hear me out. If you try to scream every single time, he should keep covering your mouth. But if you demonstrate that you're willing to actually try to be quiet, he should stop pulling out the tape and stuff. Like, I don't see why that can't be a variable. Like, maybe let the player or let MC act a little differently, and then he adjusts and stops assuming that he needs to cover the mouth all the time. Could be fun. Anyways, I tried to scream again, but was cut off by him slapping the tape quickly over my mouth. I saw behind the tape as he settled back into the position around my seeping gut wound. Seeping gut wound. That rips. That's okay. He looked at my face for a moment, tilting his head slightly, and then ran a finger over the stream of tears on my cheek. Perfect. He licked his finger and smiled to himself. May I? May you what? What? I stared at him, trying to decipher what he was asking. Whatever it was, he apparently wasn't going to wait for permission. He pushed his... sanity went down. He pushed his fingers into the wound, and I doubled forward, straining against the tape. Oh, right, this is him pushing his whole hand in there. My eyes widened in horror as he pressed his fingers deeper. Just getting fingered in the guts. It is what it is. He moaned softly as his entire hand entered my body. I can feel it. He was half whispering. By the way, YouTube, this is guts. Okay, violence is okay. Don't worry, it's guts. Entered from the belly. Don't take it down. It's totally fine if it's guts. He was half whispering, half sighing the words. Perfect and incomplete in your shell. I wanted to black out. I couldn't handle this. And then I did. I immediately black out the screen. I tried closing. Oh, we're just closing our eyes. Okay. To at least spare myself the images of him digging deeper into my entrails. Ew! Why would I use the word entrails in my own guts? Without looking, I began to unwillingly focus on the feeling. Above the searing, blinding pain in my abdomen, I could feel a couple of other unsettling sensations. I could feel Lawrence shuddering against me, his heavy breath cooling on the tears streaming down my neck. I felt a sickening, disgusting pressure inside. I actually like how this is written. I have no problem with this. This is not... Hey! And we finally get a picture drawing. A picture drawing? You know what I mean. I dizzily glanced back down. He was up to his elbow. The whole scene blurred for a moment as I comprehended him reaching up through my organs. I like this ending. I think this is actually pretty nicely done. It could be better, obviously, but I don't hate it. My muffled sobbing, frantic panting, and his ragged breathing were interrupted by his voice. I found it. My ears were starting to hiss, my vision beginning to darken. I found you. He squeezed it softly, and it stopped beating. Oh, I kind of like that. It never actually says it's your heart, but because it says beating at the end. That's nice. I mean, it's not nice, but you know what I mean. I like that ending. Lawrence got closer. So, I think, okay, endings. I should just be missing. Ooh, I'm missing 3. Oh, which one is unaccounted for? Caught you. Okay, well, I know. Okay, so his love affects that ending. You actually get, there's 3 different ones that all depend on how much he likes you. So I'll just load that up and hit those 3 endings. And then we'll figure out what the last missing one I need is. Okay. Return. Oops. Load game. Um, is this it? Is that what I want? Did last night happen? Okay, yeah. So I need to mess with the love. What do we got here? Love equals. I need it to be lower than 50 to get Lawrence shut you up. Let's turn it down to 30. Boop. I began to grow more concerned. He always seemed kind of bitter, but he really looked fed up now. Wow, I changed that stat just in time. This is immediately different content. Whoa, he's so fed up that he left without a transition. He turned away from me without a word. He turned away, and he has a turned away sprite, and I just disappeared him. Why? Oh, okay. With a he returned with a small plastic cup full of liquid. He shoved it in front of my face. Drink it. I don't remember this at all. I don't even know it. Let's refuse. I don't think it matters. Refuse. Pursed my lips tight and glared at him. There's no way I'm taking any more of his crazy drugs. He tried to smile at me. It'll make you feel better. He wasn't very good at faking it. Given. No. Nothing he could say would make me drink that shit. I kept my mouth shut. I saw him twitch. I need to do animated sprites of him twitching. It's just 2 pictures. Like, because he's got it. Like, you get what I mean. It's gotta happen. He looked at the cup, and to my surprise, he took a large swig, his mouth full. Oh, right! He puts it in your mouth with his mouth. Romantic. With his mouth full, he snapped his hand out. He snapped his hand out to grab my nose. He was rough. I cried out. Then, before I could silence myself, his lips were covering my own. I like that. I felt the strange tasting liquid gush to my mouth as I began to panic. That would be hard to draw, though. I think I would probably just make the screen go black, but have like stuff before and after. Because like once characters get too close, you don't want to draw pictures anymore. It gets weird. You're gonna get those, you know, the meme. Do you know what I mean? Never mind. He pulled away and snapped my jaw shut with his hand. I struggled and sputtered as he looked on coldly, absently licking some of the drug from his lips. That's fun. I like that. If only somebody drew it. I coughed after I felt most of the substance go down my throat. Damn it. He watched me intently, leaning back against the table and fondling the empty cup. Oh, if only somebody would draw it. I was wondering what he was doing. I was wondering what he was waiting for, just as my fingers began to tingle. Lawrence, what is? It's a drug. We know. I tensed up as the tingling sensation began to spread all over my arms and legs. It became more intense and then painful. Oh, God! That one's not very nice, is it? It makes your screen glow black. I lurched and strained against the tape and the chair as I felt my veins were on fire. My muscles were tensing and cramping painfully. I wanted to scream, but my 10th jaw wouldn't open. This is good. I like this. We're just passing threads, but I don't like you. Mean. And now I have the power to weave your thread wherever I want. Oh, I do like this picture. I like the picture. It's fun. I rolled my eyes up to see him, now aware that my eyes had filled with tears. Sorry, struggled reading that. It was a fine sentence. I'm going to twist you around. When did he pick up shears? He looked at the large blades. Boredly? Is boredly a word? Whatever. I'm going to make you hurt. This must be a nightmare. He leaned over my convulsing body and wrenched my jaw open. I gurgled in horror as he grasped my tongue. Oh yeah, he cuts your tongue out and pushed the shears in my mouth. Despite my entire body being in agony, I could still feel him cut through my tongue. That feels unnecessary. I almost feel like that should be two different endings. Because, like, why? He put drugs in you that make you feel maximum pain. Like, why cut your tongue out at that point? It feels like putting icing on icing. My mouth was instantly flooded with my own warm metallic blood. I couldn't move or scream. I couldn't even cough. All of my muscles were locked up. I think the strong's all right. I don't think it's in character, honestly. I was only vaguely aware of him swaying and leaning back against the table, watching me. Blood was pouring down my airway, and there was nothing I could do about it. Like, why? Because we're like the pain drug. I don't know. I feel like I could have just kept writing about the pain drug instead of pivoting to tongue thing. I don't know. He just kept watching me silently as I drowned in agony in front of him. Lord, shut you up. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we load this again. There's still one more. This branches into 3 different endings, depending on the love level. So I'm just going to cheat because you all know that it's actually, like, seriously unfair how hard it is to get his love up high enough. Because of my math error, and I do apologize publicly to everyone for that. And now I'm going to just cheat past it. So, sorry. Equals 100. Let's do it. Did last night even happen? My head felt so fuzzy. I don't know what to do. Yeah, he actually looks very pathetic right there. With his disheveledness and there's something about you. Something I can't. Was he shaking? Everyone I've met, I wish they'd just die faster. Wow. But have you ever heard of soulmates? Aw, I wasn't sure if he wanted to reply. He continued before I had much time to think about it. The idea that there's someone out there meant for you, it's comforting, isn't it? Someone who'd love you no matter what. Damn, he's like actually very pathetic. Sorry, I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean he's like very sopping wet vibes right now. I think it's a beautiful fantasy. But fantasies aren't real. You know it doesn't work like that, don't you? People are temporary, just threads passing each other. There's no force in this world that will hold you close to me. Now that I've met you, I know I need you. Even the love ending is like the most unromantic shit I've ever written. That's just who I am. I have to hold you close to myself. Do you understand? I, uh, I squirmed in the chair. Something was wrong. He took something from the table. Just one last drink. More drugs? Okay. Lawrence, I've already eaten all the drugs. He pressed the cup to my lips and forced the liquid down my throat before I could voice any more protests. The foul taste brought tears to my eyes as I sputtered and coughed. Please, no more goddamn drugs. Shh, it's okay, relax. I'll take care of you. And then, oh, right, he cuts your fucking arms and legs off. Wrong. Something's, I can't feel no, I can feel it's coming back. The dull ache advanced on me like a train. This is another thing where I'm actually like very unsure if I want this to be in the new version. I don't know how in character it is. I don't know if all the limbs are a good idea. Cause like if you take a second to think about it realistically, how is he doing this? He's watching an hour and a half of surgery YouTube, and then he's putting some tourniquets on and then just chopping through it in his gross moldy apartment and stitching the stumps back up. Like, the chance of you dying of sepsis within a week of this happening is astronomical. It's a weird ending. Like, I get the horror of it, and I think the horror of it is okay. Let me just continue. The dull ache advanced on me like a train. It slammed through me as a searing agony flared all over my body. It's a fun drawing. I think it's the only drawing where he looks like genuinely like uh pure and happy, which is funny. Um, I opened my eyes, but I couldn't scream. Oh no, don't move. He stopped to brush my sweat-slicked hair from my face. I'm not done yet. My legs, my arms. Shh, calm down, okay? More bitter liquid was poured in my mouth. We're passing out again. Stop it. I realized dully that my eyes were open again. There you are, and he's bloody. He pat me softly, my arms and legs. I couldn't think. I laid in a haze of drugs, faraway pain. It's all right. It's all okay. He kept petting me. I fixed our problem. Blood. Now nothing can take you from me. My arms and legs. I'll take care of you. They're gone. Forever. I just, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like him cutting your arms and legs off for an ending is fine. But for the kept love ending, I don't know. It doesn't match up too well. It feels like too much. I have different ideas for what would work for like um survival slash staying with him endings. Like I have totally new ideas that I think would be good. Um I don't necessarily hate just him doing amputation as a horror, but I just don't know if it fits with that ending. And again, like just the obvious, like he's not a doctor and this apartment's nasty. um you'd probably die, so I feel like it would make more sense as a death ending to like maybe even describe some horrible life limbless for a little while and then you die of sepsis. That might honestly be too dark even for my work. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. um but it's definitely, that ending is actually something that I'm very not sure about. I'll have to I'll have to rethink that a lot. Okay, okay, so I'm missing two endings, but I thought I had them all because I know one of these you get on Ren's path because Ren tells Lawrence to kill you and it counts as his kill. It's kind of dumb. But there's obviously another ending here, and I don't know what it is. Let me see. Um, okay. You were, let me just, you were taken to the woods. Was I ever taken to the woods? Is that the one I'm missing? I think I'm missing you were taken to the woods. You, you, yeah. I'm missing you were taken to the woods, which is health reaches 20. I never accomplished that. I can do it with cheating. Okay. Okay. Sorry for cheating so much, but this is honestly poorly programmed. TBH, TBH. Um, where are we? Let's rewind a bit because you're. Oh, we're dying. That's why did I save there? Okay, maybe let's just load a different one. That's a bad load. Let's load here. Okay, so let's screw with this a little bit. Let's take that health down to 0. And we'll just see when we come across a health check. Put the knife to my skin. Should I let him cut? Let's pull away. Stop. Shivering so cold. Okay, we're entering the ending. I realized I was shivering. I felt so cold and weak. So let's just pretend. Let's pretend that I somehow reached low health in a natural, normal way in the game. We'll just, we'll work together to imagine that together. My head slumped down. I couldn't keep my eyes open. Get a Bob? His voice sounded so far away, and the cold was starting to feel comfortable. I'll just rest for a bit. Am I on Mason's route? Cold. I'm cold again. Ugh. I do like this drawing though. Yeah, I forgot about all the skulls and stuff. Nature drawing. I could have I could have isolated that a lot better. There's a lot of white specks I left in here. Sloppy. I can't move. Oh, yeah, and I did the parallax. That's fun. And completely unnecessary there, but I did it anyway because it looks nice. I used my tiny amount of strength to look around myself. Oh, God, no! Somebody. I was naked, tied. Rope and bones. Something's bones all over me. See, again, this is another one where I'm actually not sure if it's in character. Like, maybe I need to build up to it differently or something, or possibly replace it. I like the drawings. I think the drawings are fun. Is it in character? I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to think about it. Why? We jiggled quickly. I could hardly struggle. I was too weak. I shivered against the tree I was bound to. Something, no. Like, I do think him tying you out in the forest and leaving you there is in character, and that does make sense. But I don't know, like just the way it is, because doesn't he like, isn't there honey and bugs? Am I remembering right? Many somethings. Ah, he painted lines all over. Yeah, something sweet and sticky. There's honey. Insects were all over it, crawling, biting. I used what little strength I had left trying to scream. No human came. I don't know if I would actually use the bugs. I think that maybe the bugs is part of what I don't like about it, because I think it would be better if you just like starved or rotted or the temperature or something. Like I actually think time getting you would make more thematic sense with him. With the folk horror, no human came. Only more scavengers. Wow. And the description ends there. Okay. I don't know. A whole bunch of these endings have like 4 sentences and they're done. Holy crap. Um, you were taken to the woods. Okay. So that's it. Now we've seen all the endings that we can get to on Lawrence's path. This remaining one that's the Ren thing where you have to be on Ren's path and blah blah blah. So essentially there's 20 endings for Lawrence. Um so what are my thoughts? My thoughts are it needs a lot of work. There's I thought it was more I had the concept in my head that it was more ready to go than the old game was, but I overestimated how the reason I think the reason that I think this game was written better than it actually was is because I haven't seen it since 2019 and all I've seen is people's fan art and people's fan fictions and everybody's fan fictions and fan art are so good that it made me think that the game was better. Do you know what I mean? Because now that I played the game I'm like it's okay. But like people's fan art and fan fictions are like fucking amazing. And they somehow from that picked out what I actually wanted, but clearly didn't accomplish on my own. And we're like, oh yeah, this is what she meant. Like, to anybody who made fan art and fan fiction of this game and made it really cool, I respect you so much and I admire you because you really polished it turd, to be honest. Like, I'm not trying to be mean to my past self. This is fine. It's a perfectly good, interesting game. I like if somebody else made this game, I wouldn't be shitting on it this hard. Like the only reason I'm shitting on it is because I know that I did this and that I can do better. And my criticisms are just meant as like footnotes for me to look back on and say, right, so this is how this went. This is what I don't like about it. How are we going to do it better? You know what I mean? So yeah, I really there's a lot that I, I have to think about and write down and kind of get my bearings on it. There's a lot of new. There's gonna have to be a lot of new content because frankly, that's pretty short. Actually, we are at 3 hours and 18 minutes, and I'm pretty sure my first this video was 6 hours long, and I know I was streaming and I was like talking and answering people's questions, but I feel like this almost felt like less content even than the original BTD1. even though there was more endings. So that's interesting. Um, it's gonna need a lot more content. I have ideas for more content, so don't worry about that. But um, yeah, there's gonna have to be a lot more talking back and forth, more like actually getting to know him, more like intimacy in it, like not like the sexual version of intimacy. I mean like relationship intimacy with getting close to him in his apartment and sort of like getting into his mind frame and stuff. Like it really just blasts. This game just blasts at you like a shotgun blast, and you like anybody who could absorb that. Wow, good job. Because I don't really see. I don't I don't feel like I absorbed what I was going for. Because I actually remember the feeling of making this game more than I remember actually doing it. I remember what I wanted and like the vibes, like the sort of half baked vibes that I wanted. And I clearly tried to get there and I sort of got there, but like I did not get there. And I know I can do better this time. Um, I want this new version of the game to be very heavy with folk horror. So it's gonna have more like again, if you played T-Poff, if you played the Mason route, that's the vibe more that I want to go for. I want it to be slow. I want it to be descriptive. I want it to be mysterious and like esoteric and weird. Um, and I want Lawrence to be more. I need to write him being. Uh, I need to write like sort of a baseline of his sort of vaguely insane way that he normally acts. Like he's stiff. If he has high sanity, he should be very stiff and fearful and quiet and poor posture even. I want him to be like sort of coiled like a spring when he has high sanity. And then when he starts lowering in sanity, I want him to start standing up straight, for him to be a little looser. I actually want him to look more relaxed the lower his sanity gets. I want to and that's going to take a lot of work. I'm going to have to do a lot of writing to condition the player to notice that if he's stiff and he's tight, then that's when he's actually the most safe. And then when he starts to relax and he starts to get loosey goosey and his posture gets weird and he gets more expressive, that's when more dangerous things happen. I think like that's something I need to get across, which absolutely is not in this game, this old version of the game. Another thing is that I'm now that I'm making music on my own, I'm extremely amateur, very new at it, but I did the soundtrack for Strayed's game, and I feel pretty good about it. Like it's obviously amateur, but like I feel okay about it, and I need to go in a totally different direction for Lawrence's music. I think Lawrence's music is going to be more important to the folk horror, slow building, strange vibes that I need for his path. I need it's gonna be very uh, how do I lots of like backwards. I'm gonna have a lot of reversed um, bells, reversed cello, um, slow drags. Like what is it called? Like when you take. I really don't. I like making music, but I actually don't know the terms for anything. When you take the stick, the stick of a violin or a cello, and you drag it across for a really long time, and it's like. I need that. I need lots of those. I don't know what it's called, but I need a lot of them. Um, Stuff like that. I need it to be like very brown note, very um, because like Strayed had this like sort of rhythmic, mechanical, industrial thing going on, whereas Lawrence is gonna have to be slow, flowing, strange, lots of reversed stuff, backward stuff, things that are like out of sequence. I need some of it to be like a melody that fucks up on purpose, stuff like that, like insane feeling. So the music's going to be a big deal. That's going to be, I have to nail the music. I have to get the music right. Um, and drawing, like the animation and visual effects, I have to go way harder on that. That's going to be really important. Is to getting this like these insane vibes. The player's sanity is going to be more important. Like the player sanity sort of mattered in Strayd's game. It like you can die if your sanity's too low and stuff, and it opens up certain doors and whatnot. But it's not terribly important. I think it's going to have to be way more important in Lawrence's route. I want it to affect some of the visual effects. I want it to affect how the player sees things. And the drugging too. I think that's in this old version of the game. Drugging is a separate stat than sanity. I believe I'm going to have to do that again because when you accept more drugs, you know, bad things can happen in the old version, but I need it to be more obvious in the new version, and I need it to be more. I need the player to be told visually that they've taken more and more drugs as they go. Like it shouldn't just spring the too many drugs ending on you, because that's what it feels like in this old one, is that you just oops, I got the too many drugs ending and I don't know why. Like I want the experience to degrade and become insane, and like the background should be fucked up somehow, like stuff like that. um, as the drugging continues and things become more and more wrong. Um, maybe lines, how you read them, or how the background looks, maybe even Lawrence's sprite. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that, and it's gonna take a lot of work. There's that whole. I have a whole other aspect of the river being more prevalent, which I'm not going to go into full because I want there to be some surprises. But the river's going to have to be a lot more prevalent, and it's going to be a lot more important. That's going to be a whole new sort of aspect to the game that changes the approach of it and will open the door to some new content and new endings. That'll be important. And then just the basic stuff. Like I need the drawings and stuff like that to be more along the line of like Strayd's game, like the YKMET style, where I'm drawing essentially much more art with more different poses and angles and stuff like that, so that it feels more immersive. Um, that takes a lot more work and it takes a lot more time, but because these old games were made in like 1 month or 3 months or whatever. I think the first game was 1 month and this game was 3 months. Um, and I intend to take 2 years on this, so I better, you know, work work harder, put my pussy into it. Um, yeah, I think I have like this was definitely worth doing. I feel like I have a clearer idea of like what went wrong in, not maybe not went wrong, but like what I want to build from. That's a better way to put it. I know what the baseline is here, and I'd like to build from it. And there's so much to build on. Like everything is too short and sparse, and you barely get a taste of anything. So it's easy for me to say like this but more. But also there's like different directions I want to go. Um, it's gonna be. I think this one's gonna be a lot of frustration and work just in terms of getting the art right, because it's the art has to be right and the music has to be right. That's way really important to getting the vibes across, and hopefully when I'm done, people will like see what I'm still shocked at, again, I've said it like 3 times now, but I'm shocked at how much people were able to get what I meant from this game the first time. And I hope that this new version of the game can be a reward and a thank you to those people, and something really fun to show them, hey, you were right, and I would like to be more clear about what I was doing and getting across here, and I hope people really enjoy the new one. But I'm gonna have to fucking get to work. So I think that's it. I think that's all I can think of. So yeah, 3.5 hours, not too bad. But yeah, well, I'll see you in 2 years.